Yeah.
You got it.
Thanks, brother. I just got a green lighter. Look at that, representing for the green side. What are your favourite colours?
Green.
I really like yellow.
Could you like me?
Love pink.
Yellow is a good colour.
Yeah, but yellow's
It's a rare one
sickness
as well.
recovery. Yellow is like the colour that you bring to sick people to be like, I hope you get better.
This is not true.
Well,
Absolutely, you bring yellow roses to people who are ill.
Not mine.
Oh, it's his. Sorry.
You don't bring red roses to someone who's ill, you bring yellow roses.
I did not know that that was the thing.
Yeah, it's a code, flower code.
I did not know that.
Flower
I didn't know that
code.
even
Flowers
existed.
are
A
get well.
flower code.
Absolutely.
What other colours relate to
Are there green
different
roses?
things?
No, and there's no blue roses either. But if you bring someone a blue rose, I'm sure they'd appreciate the impossibility of it.
You could ink that shit, you know? Bit of blue perfume.
So they're painting roses. It's a bit,
You could put
it's
like dye. Would that be a thing?
Oh yeah.
Like they can do weird shit with
It's a bit
nature
painting
now,
roses
right?
red, isn't it? It's a little bit like the Queen of Hearts.
Oh yeah.
Painting roses blue.
Yeah, like the fucking queen in Alice in Wonderland, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Painting the roses blue.
What do you reckon is the archetypal significance of painting the roses blue in Alice in Wonderland?
I think that royalty can make you do whatever you want to do. If
Right.
the Queen says paint these roses red, you paint those roses red.
A queen with a big
you
head, big
lose
reckoning
your
comes to you.
head.
Yeah, exactly, off with the head. So, what do you reckon if we had some really big-headed tyrant in Melbourne that was walking around saying, paint all the fucking roses blue? How would you react to that, motherfucker?
Oh, I'd be pretty mad. Yeah, I mean that's not cool. You don't want all
Right.
roses to be the same.
So you're gonna represent for the red
Yellow
roses?
roses for the sick people.
Pink roses,
True,
white
true.
roses. You need them all, you know.
Okay.
Roses.
Black roses. Is that a thing that happens naturally?
Black roses?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay,
Maybe
wait.
put that pink.
On the topic of black, why do we have only black swans in Australia and everywhere else in
Yeah,
the world?
yeah.
They're white.
Racist.
Like the black
Racism.
swan theory,
But here's
right?
the thing with the royals
It's just
as well, they own all
why?
the swans.
It's not the first one, it's Sunday.
They're in swans as well.
They own
They're
all
all
the
black
swans.
in
Like,
Australia.
All
All
of the swans.
Yeah.
Well, what?
It's like
Kill a
rare
swan,
to find
it's
a
a
white
royal crime.
What about St Kilda's fucking AFL team? They're swans, aren't they?
Or Sydney swans.
Sydney Swans.
Yeah.
Sydney Swans,
If
yeah.
you kill a swans player, it's a royal crime. The Queen will come after you.
She'll get in a fucking caddy, come to Australia.
No, but seriously.
Seriously.
Why black swans in Australia and not any other like
There's probably
country?
a reason. There's probably a reason. Probably we introduced them. I don't know. And the white swans, they got eaten by the black swans. I don't know.
Black swans.
Swans are pretty deadly, yo, man. You don't want to fuck with a swan. A swan will fuck you
I
up.
got
Remind me
bitten
if
by
they have
one once.
babies.
They're like super geese.
Super
Right?
geese.
Right. What do you reckon is the next stage of swan evolution?
What do you reckon is the next stage of human evolution?
Now, there's a question.
How can we come any further than like
There's a question.
opposable thumbs?
Well, it's gonna keep going, isn't it? You know,
Pinkies.
we're going somewhere.
These things are gonna leave.
Oh, you reckon the
Gradually
pinkies?
lose our legs, I reckon.
I think feet are on the way out. I think toes are on the way out. Honestly, we should just become like just a big toe and then nothing.
What?
We need them for balance. I feel like if
How
toes
can you
go,
do
legs
your
go,
big toes
because then
in
you
for
just
your,
don't
like,
walk
balance.
and then you
And
just
then
use
just-
technology all the time.
How
just
can
got
you
like a
jiu-jitsu
flipper.
with no toes?
Let's see how this
You
goes.
just have like a flipper.
That was a rhyme.
Alright guys, do you reckon Pluto is a planet?
Oh, back to Pluto.
No.
We never actually mentioned Pluto, this is the first time.
I don't really know what like the current scientist's point
It's
of
a
view is on it.
non-planet. It's a
Yeah, but it
non-planet.
changes.
This is what
because
NASA
it became
says.
a
true.
non-planet and then it became a planet again, and now it's back to being a non-planet.
If I'm going to trust anyone, it's going to be the scientists on this one. They say
Okay.
it's a non-planet. I'm going to say it's a non-planet.
Alright,
But
so what
the
is
Yeah,
sci-
astrologically, that would
Scientists
fuck
change
with
their
your
mind.
chi. Yeah.
The evidence changes over time though, doesn't it? You know, like, say if Pluto was a planet and there happened to be life there, Plutonian life, and that Plutonian life happened to come to Melbourne, and he was on Smith Street just feng shuiing in a corridor, and you happen to approach him. What would you say to him, or her, or Zer, Plutonian, whatever? How would you represent for humanity?
I'd just probably like ask him questions about what life is like on Pluto.
I'd ask him how he came to Melbourne, why he came to Melbourne, why he left Pluto. Is Pluto worse than Earth at the current state? Where does the hierarchy of planets sit? Is Pluto higher than Earth in terms of development of species?
What kind of government do you have in Pluto? No, good question.
A plutocracy, probably.
Plutocracy, that'd probably be it. So there's a lot of talk these days. People want to like espouse their own theories of what the government should be. Do you guys have any thoughts about that? Have you spent much time thinking about what do you think would be, you know, the government that would produce the most freedom in society?
We could end up there.
Studies for free.
Feel free to say no as well. I mean, like, feel free not to talk about it if you feel like, yeah,
No,
free education.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like I don't know enough to be able to
That's
comment
fair.
on that one. I don't
That's totally
like.
fair.
You know, got a lot to criticize, but
No, that's fair. We go on to
it's
another
hard to go
question
to
if
that
you like.
level. Yeah, let's go to another question.
All right. Do you often in your conversations personally, do you often represent the devil's advocate perspective? Do you know what I mean by devil's advocate?
I think some people relish in being the devil's advocate. I think some people relish a little bit too much in being the devil's advocate. Take
yeah?
the wrong side of the argument and almost
Why do you reckon that?
championing. No idea why I reckon that. I'm sure just people like arguing for the opposite side of the view.
I think it's healthy. I think it's good.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Because I think, you know, if everyone just like says like, yeah, this like is the way, and everyone agrees, like you need people to be like, no, hang on, maybe we should think about it from the other perspective. Otherwise,
You don't want to live in a bubble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
otherwise we're all the same.
yeah. And even if you don't believe in it, like you can say it
Yeah.
as a point, and then you start thinking about things, and then like you think about other things that come up,
Adapt.
that aren't
evolution.
even like
Yeah, that's how we evolve, I think.
the bad side or the good side. It's just like another point of view.
It's funny that the bubble has only really come a topic of conversation since Brexit happened, since Trump happened, since people realise that maybe we're in a bubble and maybe
Oh,
we
it's
don't
been
have-
going along for a long time, brother. I mean, Nietzsche talked about this shit, man. You know, like, thus spoke Zarathustra is the shit, ladies and gentlemen. If you want a really good fucking fire out there book to expand your consciousness.
I read it when I was 16, and
Oh,
then my
really?
parents banned me from reading it because
Oh,
I
what?
become depressed.
He said there was no God and had an analogy about the acrobat who falls.
It's a great analogy. It's a great analogy.
Not bad.
But at the same time, I think people confused Nietzsche's, you know, like, God is dead, like, he was kind of like exuberant in that. Like, he was like, oh, it's a great thing, God is dead. I mean, the rest of that quote is God is along the lines of God is dead and there won't be enough water to wash away all the blood. Do you guys know about that?
Not really, to be honest. I
Because
don't
like
really remember.
he was kind of speculating, I think, in the sense of like the moral foundations and the ethics of the society were based on religion. You know, so when you take that away, can people produce their own ethics and value outside of that value structure? And he was stipulating that perhaps based on what he knew about humanity, probably not. They'll probably, you know, like go into chaos.
It's pretty harsh to criticise a man who was mostly blind and in constant pain for the majority of his life, and then turn around and say, exactly,
that's
and
a
then
fucking
turn around,
shame, right?
like he was in some pain, and to turn around and say that like God existed was probably a bit of an insult to him, because at the end of the day he was in a lot of pain, and he probably asked himself, why would God let this sort of pain exist?
I think he was talking about more so like in the sense of like society at large, you know, if that moral foundation kind of were to decay and go away, what would replace it? And I think he was saying like in the vacuum of nothing replacing it, perhaps it would be reduced to a more primal nature as a society. But who knows if that's the case as well, you know, like I've been researching a lot lately of like people, you know, like in nomadic tribes, you know, small groups of around 80 or so, they seem to have a lot of more, you know, balanced feng shui, a better psyche in that society in general. They feel a lot more healthier and happier mentally speaking. Question would be, Would you live in that society if you could, or kind of like just 80 people, you know, just like a nomadic tribe? Would you ever be interested in that?
Short term, sure.
Okay.
I don't know about long term. I think it's really different, like coming from when you live somewhere and like you have your own life and then you go into that. It's like you come from your own perspective. Like if you grew up in it, I don't know if that's something I would like necessarily want, but I don't know. It's
well, it's hard to say if you haven't lived it.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah.
You know, but I'm just noticing if you go to these countries where they have more like a nomadic tribe kind of like feng shui, they generally are a lot more happier. You know, it's a weird thing because you see them, I mean, like in our kind of ideal of what makes us purposeful and happy in our capitalistic kind of culture seems to be very different to what they find happy. And it seems to be working out for them in a weird way, and maybe there's a reason for that. But hey, man, like I'd be down for the fucking experiment, man. Fuck, you know.
I don't know. I think it's difficult to judge like communities that maybe rely on each other, because if you're in a group of 80 people, at the end of the day, you're going to be relying on each one of those 80 people in order to like just make food and just make water and just make shelter every single day. I mean, at the end of the day, you are relying on a community of people, and it's the community that actually keeps you alive. And you've got much more of a real sense of community rather than, I guess, an individualistic sense where you can just go down to the shops and buy food, really kind of sort out yourself without any interaction from anyone else or family. Community, family, dissolution of like connection, really. I mean, we talk about networks in business, but
do you think we lose a bit of that connection and community if we live in very large cities and society? It's more of a division, a lot less. We're a bit more disconnected from our fellow reckoners. What do you reckon?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah. He doesn't think so. Do you people believe in aliens?
Oh, like what is it even? Sure. Like
people from other planets?
Yeah,
aliens
not
from other
necessarily people. Like if you're saying like life on other planets, like chances are probably. But like
old mates
also,
from
I'm not,
other
like,
planets.
There will be. If we are here, there will be
life on other planets. But it's not like, I don't know.
Have you ever seen anything spooky like that, like a UFO or anything like that?
No. Have you?
no, I've never seen anything spooky like a UFO. I think it's probably naive to think that we're the only ones out here, though. I mean, it's a large, large galaxy amongst a bunch of other galaxies in a huge universe.
That's what NASA says.
Well, we're not so narcissistic to believe that we're the only people around on Earth. Or we are the only people on Earth, but we're not the only people in the galaxy, that's for sure.
Do you guys reckon that love can be a weapon?
Sure.
Yeah.
What do you reckon it could fight?
Love.
Okay.
Love, yeah. Maybe we should define what we mean by love, because it's a pretty loaded word. A lot of people have a lot of their own definitions.
What would be your definition of love?
My definition of love would be wanting the best for a person and trying to encourage them to reach whatever their own personal ideals are, and encouraging and kind of trying to help them along the way.
So cooperation.
In a way, but
Intimate cooperation.
truly wanting the best for somebody, you know, and actively helping them achieve that in their lives. So that's my own reckoning about it. What do you guys
that
reckon?
could be a weapon against like a lot of things that go on
Could be
in
a
society
weapon against yourself.
that don't want that, right?
True. It could be a weapon against yourself. Yeah. What do you mean by that?
It's pretty hard to tell. Like, if you just like, you have to love yourself to be happy in life, actually. If you don't love yourself, you will force to be someone else.
Imagine.
So if you want to love yourself, you won't love any other thing in your life. It's my opinion.
But what do you mean by love when you say the word love?
Be pretty the same as you, like be encouraged and help other people out and feel like.
So you want to encourage yourself to reach your own ideals and goals in life, yeah?
Huh?
So you want to encourage yourself to reach those ideals and goals in your
I
life?
think I have to focus before I can dig for other people. Yeah.
I agree with that, man.
Love yourself before you can love another.
So,
That's what I was like before.
are you focusing in your life about achieving your goals? You know, feng shuiing on points to reach your ideals.
Could be, pretty much, yeah.
What do you do? Like, do you have some kind of like?
Here we go.
Do you have some kind of tactics that you use in your life to, you know, have the correct mind state to approach those goals and achieve them in your life?
Not really.
No?
Change your mind every day, so...
You don't do anything, you just do it.
yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. Be spontaneous, do it. How you feel like.
Pretty true.
Just,
Yeah.
just do it.
Do you reckon that reckoning is on the decline in Melbourne at the moment? And I'll define reckoning as, you know, you can have an opinion, you know, you can think something, you can reckon something, but the individual processing behind that reckoning, you know, why you reckon what you reckon, do you reckon that's a bit lacking in society these days from your own personal experiences?
That's a hard question.
So what you're asking is like whether or not people conduct like self-analysis of their own opinions. to the point that
Essentially,
they
essentially,
actually
well-
maybe change their opinions.
Well, they're able to express why they reckon what they reckon in the first place, you know.
I feel like once you start doing that though, you get to this point where you're like, oh my god, everyone's right and everyone's wrong, and now I'm fucked.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
exhausted.
Relativism is a problem with this sort of thing. I mean,
Yes.
I think
You need to
changing
have a
your
functional
opinion
truths
is-
as well. There's many different kinds of truths.
Yeah, definitely. You reach a stage where I'm sure you say these things are right and these things are wrong, and anything that contradicts these are opposite to my opinions. But
Yeah,
certainly
the
I
devil's
think-
advocate.
Absolutely, I think absolutely. I think most people, like on a daily basis, will think about what they believe and trying to justify what they believe, and maybe they'll run up against evidence to the contrary, and maybe they'll go, "I'll change my opinion accordingly," or maybe they won't. And if they
Confirmation
don't-
bias.
Absolutely, absolutely. You agree with what you agree with.
The good thing
So-
is that you can change it.
Hopefully.
That's true, that's true. Yeah.
Do you mind if
What's up, brother?
borrow your lighter?
Feel free to be included in the podcast as well if you want, brother.
Give me some questions. What do you want to know?
Alright, brother, do you believe Pluto is a planet?
Oh, I mean, no.
What?
Straight answer, no.
Why do you reckon that?
Just science, mate. Science, plain and simple. I'm just going to tell you straight. I'm not going to lie to you. Science is the reason why.
The science has changed a lot in the Pluto argument, though, don't you reckon? I mean, like NASA's changed their mind about 4 times, I reckon, is the...
I mean, can you go into more detail there? I mean, you're the podcast leader. Please elaborate on that situation for me.
Alright, well, say, hypothetically speaking, if Pluto was a planet, and there was,
I'm right there.
and there was Plutonians there, and
Like we're talking about people on Pluto right now.
yeah, Plutonians,
Yep.
Plutoniates,
Like beings.
Plutoniites,
Sure.
Plutocrats,
Why
ladies and
not?
gentlemen. So, imagine this plutocrat somehow entered Smith Street
Wow.
in Melbourne, and you happen to run into this plutonium in the streets of Melbourne.
I bumped into it? Like,
Yeah, he bumped into him. He was feng shuiing in a corridor.
Is he going to be aggressive or is he polite?
No, you didn't drop the shoulder.
No,
So
he's
it's just,
peaceful. He's peaceful.
Okay, cool.
He's feng shuied like the Buddha.
Yeah. Sweet.
What would you ask him, and how would you represent for humanity?
I'd be like, man, first thing I'd say is, like, how are you able to breathe? Like, are you taking in oxygen right now? What is your, like...
First question.
Yeah, my first question is, like, what's your favourite food? That's probably my first thing.
Say it's like the pan-galactic gargle blaster from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy,
I'd be like, man, I've never had that. I'd be like, what's it taste like?
and he pulls it out of his coat and he gives it to you.
He's
Would you
gonna let
drink
me
it?
have 100%. Why would I not? Would you?
Baby.
It's fucking deep, dude.
I won't lie.
Deep. Fuck. Next question. You gonna ask me?
Yeah,
the
okay,
next
all
question?
right. Do you play the devil's advocate much in your conversations within your own social groups?
I mean, I like to be a bit of both, though. I like to be the devil and the angel on the shoulder, I'd probably have to say.
There you go. Do you know what I mean by devil's advocate?
Yeah, the guy, the negative one on the shoulder, mate. The one who's going to be giving you the ins and outs of the negative side. The one who's going to be giving you the evil side. Well, hey, do this when you shouldn't be doing it. know. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, I don't know.
But I think good and bad, good and evil is a bit subjective. What do you reckon, man?
I mean, they're twined together, aren't they? At the end of the day, they're connected. They're 2 in 1. They're like peas in a pod, aren't we, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
Well, I think you just have in the middle between like an angel and a devil. If one's on one shoulder and the other one's on the other shoulder, I think we're simply in the middle.
I mean, at the end of the day, everyone has legs and arms.
True. What do you reckon about the objectivity of offence? Because it seems in Melbourne these days we have worked into our laws. I mean, you go on a train, there's a little billboard that says no offensive language. Like,
yeah, that's a deep question, man. That's
offensive
like,
to who?
Yeah, exactly right. We're living in a nanny state, I reckon, right now, and it's just
Melbourne's getting a bit eggshell oriented.
100%, man. And you hit it on you hit the nail on the head there. It's just fucking deep. Everyone's like trying to like tell you which way to walk, and I'm trying to walk the other way, and they're not letting me, and I'm pretty upset about it, to be honest with you.
Silly walking like Monty Python, ladies and gentlemen, representing hashtag John Cleese. Woo!
100%. I mean,
That's how we do it on the streets of Melbourne.
Boys. That's been fucking great. Appreciate it, boys.
Yeah, it's a leisure, man. Check us out on YouTube, The Reckoning.
I don't know how to describe what happened.
Your turn to go.
Would you guys like to drop some gems to the collective unconscious of Melbourne?
Drop some what?
Drop some gems to the collective unconscious of Melbourne. No worries, man. I think I'm going to this group here and see if they're down to continue the reckoning. Feel free to come with if you like.
I've got cigarettes to smoke and nothing but else.
Maybe we'll interlude this and we'll roll a smoke and then we'll continue the reckoning.
How's it go talking to all these people?
Brilliant, man. Yeah, fucking gold. The band that I interviewed last week, Death Trends, happened to be here tonight.
Yeah,
Totally fortuitous, weird thing.
I grew up with them.
No shit.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. What the fuck is up, ladies and gentlemen? We're live direct to the reckoning. We're coming to you from the streets of Melbourne. We're here with the old mate, and he's gonna drop some gems about what he's been going through lately, man. Like, what happened to you today, man? Like, what did you get yourself into?
This is how we do it. Today's what's the day? Friday night.
It's Friday. It's Friday.
Party's
Motherfuckers.
over on the west side.
Yep, yes, Friday.
Get it up. Isn't it a driver?
A Poet's Day.
Fuck this, isn't it a drive? Cars, cause I'm smoking and I'm driving and we're gonna get fucked up.
Did you know it's Poet's Day?
Is it?
Yeah.
Poet's Day? Okay.
Piss off early tomorrow, Saturday.
Poet's Day, I didn't know that. It's on Poet's Days every day.
So, you found yourself with a sexy MILF today, didn't you?
Somehow.
What was that like, man? How did that interaction start?
We both looking through a window into these picture frames. And she's like, which one do you like? And I said, this one with the sunset and desert, sunset, desert, and some cactuses, very nicely drawn. That's the artwork I was looking at.
Nice, tasty. So that's a nice way to kind of meet somebody, looking at some art, like, ooh, look at this shit.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's that touches my soul. Oh, it touches my soul too.
Yeah, we just met.
Nice.
It was like 5 minutes, just like, yo, what's up?
So what have you been reckoning about lately, man? What's been prominent in your mind? And do you have a lighter by any chance?
I would definitely have a lighter.
Okay. Oh, no, go on. Right.
Just life in general, where things are going and what track I am on and where that is leading.
Trying to get the correct feng shui in your life, maybe.
Yeah, pretty much. I reckon I've got
Balance
it all.
out those chakras.
Got it all sorted out. Just kind of focusing on what I want to do at the moment, which is kind of a lot of
A lot of writing music, a lot of skating. And
what do you reckon helps you focus on that and balance out, you know, your feng shui, so you're approaching those goals with the right kind of mind state and the right attitude?
Definitely breaks and not forcing things are a big help. You know, like if I'm writing music and I feel nothing, I'm not going to sit there trying to force it. I'll just take a break off the music writing and maybe go for a skate or hang out with mates and go for a paint instead.
Do a bit of jiu-jitsu?
Oh, definitely not jiu-jitsu. That's not my sort of thing, but you know.
Yeah, I like skating too. Skating's fun.
Yeah, just sort of anything to clear the mind off music for a bit.
So like do some kind of meditative process.
Yeah, something along those lines, definitely.
No, I feel that, bro. I mean, it's an ongoing thing, you know, you got to balance out your feng shui continually. Like right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm thinking, what am I going to do with my leg? My leg. I'm at a kind of incline, maybe I can do that. But that looks weird, doesn't it? Maybe if I could just be in the lotus position. I don't know. What do you reckon, man? How do you reckon I should sit?
I don't know, I find it, especially with the board, kind of like legs out with a bit of an inclined angle on the knees always helps.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Kind of like heels on the ground, but feet aren't flat. It's a good way to go.
Oh, shit, this is working. Hold on.
Kind of the whole, like, that sort of position.
With that, and on the back. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah. So, what about yeah, nah, still means yeah? What the fuck's up with that, Melvin? What the fuck is up with our English language? I couldn't give a shit, and I could give a shit. I mean, the same fucking thing. Where the fuck are we at, Melvin?
I just feel like whatever one starts off is the one that you're on. So if you're saying something that starts with yeah, usually that means yes, but if it starts with no, it usually means a no.
No. The way I see it is it's like, no matter how many no's you have, if there's a yeah in it somewhere, it's still yes. Like, no, yeah.
Yeah, that actually sounds more about right. Because if you're asking someone, do you want to go for a beer, and they're like, oh, nah, yeah.
It's still yeah. It's still yeah.
The second the yeah gets chucked in, that's your mind made up.
It's all yeah. As soon as you say yeah, it's set. But it's not the same with no. What the fuck is going on with our psyches?
No, we want to direct to the streets of the reckoning, representing multiple fractures in, 3 painkillers deep. I got my cigarette, got my green tea, and I got my tactical pants. So we fucking get down to the reckoning, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm here with old mate, and we're gonna drop a few gems, man. What have you been reckoning about lately, man? What's been prominent in your mind? You know, what have you been going through in your life? Oh, that's pretty prominent. I've been watching a lot of Trump crap. Does that count? Good. Oh, that's Dave's. Yeah.
Well, if it's prominent in your life.
The American Politics, which is also a TV series. So, yeah, I've been watching a lot of that.
It is a bit of a TV series, isn't it?
It is. It's a bit crazy. He's fucking insane. But
when people ask me, are you into politics? I was like, well, I like Shakespeare, so yeah. That's kind of like the way I see it, man. It's all a big play.
Well, yeah, it's a TV show.
It's a TV show.
Great TV show. I'm waiting for series 2, but yeah, I'm trying to wait and see what happens. But
House of Cards represent.
Yeah.
All right. One of the questions that I've been asking people in society these days is, do you believe in your personal interactions between your friends, you play the devil's advocate position much? Do you know what I mean by devil's advocate?
Try to take both sides.
Yeah, you represent the contradiction to the cool of the group, to the collective dogma of what is accepted.
I haven't thought about it that much, but maybe I should.
Well, do you in your interactions, in your
devil's advocate? Depends in what situation. I think you try to listen.
Be a bit of a punk, you know.
I'm not a punk.
Step outside of the box, represent the, you know, the opposition.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know.
To your relative groups.
My relative groups.
To your personal interactions between the people in your lives.
I try to be a good listener. I'm not sure if that counts, but yeah, we need the lighter. Yeah, devil's advocate. I don't know. I don't think I've got that much bad in me, so it's a bit tricky.
Well, good and bad is a little bit subjective, but you know, like why it's the devil, right? We're talking about the devil's advocate, you know.
Well, for everyone who says something's good, there's going to be someone else who says it's bad.
That's true as well. Yeah. But there is collective kind of archetypes within cultures of what we perceive the devil as, you know, and...
Oh, you're getting into God territory now.
Not at all, not at all. I'm getting into people territory, man.
Well, there's definitely evil in the world.
Yeah, for sure, but generally, through different cultures, we perceive the devil as the motherfucker that's like the agent of chaos, the guy that's outside the collective norm of the group, the canary in the coal mine perhaps, that just sounds the warning, you know, hypocrisy, contradiction going on, you know.
I think as long as everyone's doing what's true to them, I don't have a problem with it. Yeah.
That's fair, but you don't do that personally much in your life, yeah?
Doing what's true to me?
No, playing the devil's advocate.
No. I'm more a listener, not a talker, which is what makes an interview hard. But yeah.
Wisdom listens.
Wisdom listens. Wise men. What is it? Stupid men can sound wise if they don't say anything.
It's true.
Tram.
Wow, we had like a resonant...
That was good, yeah. We're in sync. That was good, yeah.
I felt it kind of resonating on my third eye, man.
Oh, good.
On my chakras. My chakras are getting into line.
So what are you doing on Brunswick Street? I'm going to interview you now. What are you doing on Brunswick Street at, 2 a.m?
I'm going around the streets of Melbourne. I'm going around the streets of Melbourne and asking people what they reckon about shit. I'm asking people...
What do you reckon about shit?
Well, what I reckon is reckoning's on a bit of a decline at the moment, unfortunately, you know, in the sense of...
things?
Well, in the sense of, like, people are very quick to have opinions and they reckon things, but the processing of why they reckon what they reckon, the individual reasoning is a bit lacking, I find, in society these days. People are quick to just stick to the norm of the group, you know, they don't want to, you know, step outside of the box too much. Do you notice that much going on?
Yeah, I think the yes vote that we've got going on has created a division for sure. And it's stupid and pointless. It shouldn't be there.
Do you think that the yes vote division pales in comparison to some stronger divisions that we're facing in society these days?
You mean underlying divisions below that? Yeah, look, I think the people in charge should have had the balls to make the decision. That's why we vote them in. And putting it to the community was a bad idea. They should have just said, yes, everybody can get married. If two people love each other, they should get married.
Yeah, for real. I personally don't even reckon that the fucking government should be involved in marriage in the first place, right?
Exactly.
I mean, they've made it into a business contract, whereas these days it's something very different, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, they don't have the balls to say, look, to make that decision. But yeah.
My question is, why isn't it on the table, this other alternative? Because, you know, we're talking about it. Equal rights really is what it is, right? But when you have a religious connotation to it, which marriage does, then it gets a lot more complicated, and you get a lot of more people having adverse opinions to that vote based on a religious thing. So my question is, why isn't it on the table that we have that we can't have that we can't have marriage on the table without the religious connotation? Maybe perhaps they want the right to adopt. Gay partners want the right to adopt. They want other rights granted to married couples. Why isn't that being talked about? Why isn't that on the bench? Do you reckon that would maybe be a bit of a, you know, middle ground that we could all agree on more so?
I believe that everybody should be able to do what they want to do without hurting anyone else. And I think that encompasses all the things that you mentioned, and marriage and adoption, all that sort of stuff. It doesn't affect anyone else.
No, it's pretty subjective though. I mean, like, we don't know what hurts people and affects them. Some people are a lot more sensitive than others. Some people that think that words hurt them in a deep level, you know? Some people are a bit more thick-skinned and they just get on with life, you know?
Yeah, it's a complicated issue, but it is and it isn't. It's complicated as in the politicians make it complicated, but
like, what's good and bad to you is different to what's good and bad to me or to somebody else, though, wouldn't it?
And that's a good thing.
Of course, I agree, man. But there seems to be this objectivity of good and bad. It worked into our laws, worked into our society. Like, for instance, you walk in a train, it says no offensive language. Like, offensive to who? Who deems that this is offended? Who's this person on top of the pyramid deeming what is offensive and what is inoffensive? Do you believe in the objectivity of offense, or do you reckon people just have subjective offenses?
I think it's a way of controlling people.
I agree with that.
And I think it's a way of the government controlling the masses because they're scared. And control comes from fear.
Making it more PC.
Yeah, and I don't think that's a good thing. I think people are inherently good, but politics creates an evil shroud over that by creating difference and separation and opinions and I don't know.
Do you know what I find interesting that I've noticed on the streets of Melbourne these days? I don't know if you've noticed this, but I've noticed a lot of groups that like to say that they are, you know, representing, you know, the un-PC, you know, the outsider, the punk kind of perspective. But in actuality, all that they do and they think in their ideology, they're very ideologically PC. Do you notice this going on?
So you're saying the left or the right or both?
People.
Okay, so
I think it's a people thing, but I notice, I guess would say the groups that I notice on the street are more left-wing, but that's just from my own personal perspective. I realize there's a human nature going involved here, and people are all individuals, so I'm sure there's people on the right wing that think that as well, and there's people on no fucking wing that act like this as well.
I think people are quick to say what they don't like, and I think they take longer to say what they like. And if you don't like something, it's easier to separate yourself from that and have an opinion on it. But more people should be kinder to more people.
I agree with that, man. Like a bit of kindness. I believe in society these days, I'm noticing personally a lot more politeness, a lot more niceness, but a lot less kindness. You know what I mean by kindness, you know?
And it's okay to disagree with someone.
Of course it is.
Doesn't mean
you can play the devil's advocate, but, you know, speaking from a person that does have a bit of a devil's advocate kind of demeanor, you know, like, I do notice a lot of kind of discrimination against that kind of way of thinking, a bit more balanced, a bit more not right or left, a bit more not maybe male or female, perhaps maybe a bit more not into the categories of society. These people, whatever the group is, man, you know, generally speaking, you know, whatever the groups tend to, historically speaking, marginalize these anomalous motherfuckers that don't fit into the categories much. Do you notice that going on in society?
I don't know whether I notice it because I hang out mainly in Brunswick, and Brunswick's pretty liberal in their views, and everyone seems to get along to a certain extent.
I think it's a bit of what's the word, like a echo chamber in a way.
Oh, there's an element of that, but hang on, let me get my thoughts straight. I'm thinking before I...
No, of course, please do, please think, because like just while you're thinking, I'll give some context. Personally, I'm going through this at the moment. I've been kicked out of my house because I live with very highly dogmatic, what would you call them, ideologues, you know, that like to shun and marginalize everyone that doesn't fit into their idea of their ideology. You know, they don't have much tolerance for the devil's advocates.
But that goes to my previous point, which is that it's okay to have a different opinion as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else.
To you, yeah. I mean, like, but like the hurt is subjective, right? We're getting on that. These people are hurt and deeply offended by me not assimilating to their ideology.
And that comes down to a basic skill that a lot of people have lost, which is communication.
Right.
And so you can disagree with someone, but as long as you communicate and say, look, I would disagree with you, you're still cool, but, you know, you're shitting me, that's okay. That's cool.
Do you think one way communication is breaking down in society is that... Hold on, I'll wait for the tram. Do you think that one way the communication in society is breaking down is you have certain individuals that like to assimilate, like the Borg, and kind of become more like a hive kind of consciousness in a way. Maybe I was getting a bit too sci-fi. But like when people are like that, they're having this group think and all this stuff, you know, there's not much communication going on from individual to individual, right?
Yeah, we're getting deeper again, but you're talking about Facebook and all that sort of stuff, and
I'm talking about people.
Yeah, but that, I mean, people communicating on Facebook, they think sending messages and sending texts is communicating. It's not.
Maybe that's contributing to it for sure.
Yeah, I think that assimilation thing is pretty dramatic. I think people are just trying to get on with their day mostly, but then media in all forms, like the news or what they push to you on Facebook or whatever.
There's a lot of pressure to fit in.
Yeah, there's pressure to fit in. There's pressure to that opinion, trying to get someone into that opinion. And this is cool. This is not cool. This is cool. This is not cool. People just need to decide for themselves, and they're capable of it. You just need to switch off for a couple of days, turn off your phones, turn off your Facebook, and go out and see a band. I don't know.
No, of course, I agree. You know, like approaching the chaos of life. Get out there. Get outside of maybe the echo chamber that you're spending a bit too much time in. Get a more broader perspective. I believe that if you do that, you know, you have a more higher chance of, you know, like balancing your feng shui. You know, like fucking integrating your shadow, perhaps. You know what I mean?
There was a good thing that my mate told me, that is there's 5 things that create happiness, and there's health, wealth, friends, family, and the 5th one I can't remember.
Community?
Community, health, wealth, family, finance, I think was the other one. And you rate
family is like community.
Yeah, but you rate them out of 5. You rate all those things out of 5. And if you get a 3 or a 2 on something, that's what you work on for that week. And you keep reevaluating yourself. And I think that's a good key to happiness, is keep reevaluating where you need to put work on yourself.
Sure, but I think there's context to all these things with circumstance. For instance, maybe you're living in 1930s Germany. Maybe you don't want to be friends with all the people around you. Maybe you want to be a bit of a rebel. You know, and maybe that makes you happy. You know, so that would be the devil's advocate to that position. You know, what do you reckon about that?
I think using the word devil puts the wrong context on it. I think
that's what it means. That's just the word. It's called devil's advocate.
I know, but what you're saying is that's being different, having a different opinion,
which is the devil. Archetypally speaking, to cultures, right?
Well, the devil connotates that it's evil, that it's bad, that it's, you know, the wrong decision.
Well, neurochemically speaking, when we face the unknown in our life, the first response is fear and apprehension. So it makes sense why we would associate that to the devil.
That's not entirely true either, because like some people run towards that.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's true as well, but neurochemically speaking, that reaction is the same for every human being. The difference is some people choose to run towards that devil and overcome that shit, and they choose to confront that archetypal dragon and get the gold. That's how you get the value, by approaching the anomalous and the chaos in your life. That's what I reckon. I mean, like, do you read much Carl Jung and Nietzsche or any of that stuff?
I don't read. I don't read books.
Not at all?
No.
How about audiobooks, man?
No, just music.
Just music?
Yeah.
No talk radio? So you won't listen to this podcast, bro?
I might listen to this podcast, but yeah, no, I play in bands and I mix bands and I...
Oh, do a plug for your band, bro.
My band? Mr. Orford Country.
Fucking good name, man.
That's my name. So I don't really have a choice, but yeah, it's a good name. Yeah.
Country?
Yeah, I play country. I play bluegrass music.
Okay, cool.
But no, I don't read books.
How do you think music influences your psyche?
Music influences my psyche. Yeah. It is my zen. It is my meditation. And when I'm happy, I play music. When I'm sad, I play music. That's what I do.
So you balance your feng shui, right?
Yeah, it runs through me in some shape or form.
Cool. Do you think music gives you a bit more of a balance to your psyche? You get to maybe hash out all the kind of like things that you're going through and put it in a different kind of context.
Yeah, I think it's therapy. Music is therapy.
I agree.
Music is my outlet. It's the way I communicate with the world.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too. Because
that's why I'm not very good at interviews.
There you go. Well, you know what? I'm gonna put some lo-fi hip-hop instrumentals there.
Postman, it's all good.
So we'll make it into music, man.
Yeah.
It's like I see beauty and I see music in these fucking conversations that I have with people, man.
That's it. Music is stories, whether they're your own or someone else's. That's what music is. It's telling stories, and you know, you take a complicated concept like, you know, same-sex marriage or politics or whatever, and you try and put it in a sentence and put it to music so it makes sense to other people and communicate a message to a broader audience.
And do you believe that Pluto is a planet?
I've never met Pluto, but I'm sure Pluto is a planet.
Like in your heart?
Yeah, for sure.
Fuck yeah. Alright, bro, like if you ever happen to meet a Plutonian, how would you represent for humanity?
How would I represent humanity?
What would you say to him?
Cup of tea?
It's a good start.
Yeah, cup of tea.
Cup of tea, bit of a reckoning? Bit of reckoning by the fire?
Yeah, everyone loves a cup of tea.
I love a cup of tea, man. Hey, you know what? I think I'm gonna have a cup of tea, man. I think it's about that time. Man, it's a pleasure. Do you have some final thoughts to drop to the collective unconscious of Melbourne?
Rock and roll.
Alright, we'll see you in the collective unconscious of Melbourne. Peace. Yeah. But anyway, guys, do you reckon that Pluto is a planet?
I don't know. Yes.
I definitely would have to say it is, because it is considered now a dwarf planet, but planet is still in those two words. You know? So, yeah. Yeah, definitely just because NASA decided to cut out a name on it doesn't mean the general public have to think differently. You know, what agreement did I sign to say that I had to listen to NASA on what my thoughts on planets are? Yeah, if they decided to go, yeah, we're not going to call Earth a planet anymore, does that mean everyone has to go, yep, Earth's not a planet?
So if old mate Damo at fucking NASA just is like, you motherfuckers don't realise, but, you know, quantum physics says that Earth is really only a dwarf planet. What do you reckon you'd say to him if he wanted to fucking get on his Facebook and say that Earth isn't real?
Well, I'd say that old mate definitely has an opinion of his own, but I don't have to listen to it. You know, just like anything, if someone wants to tell me that my phone leaks radiation and gives my brain cancer...
You don't think that happens?
Oh, I'd imagine to an extent that cell phones aren't the best things, but I definitely don't agree that they're a mass contributor to me getting brain cancer, because there are definitely some people out there that
your brain.
Yeah, there are definitely people out there where...
Damo representing had the reckoning. What are your thoughts on Pluto, Damo?
Yeah, it could be a planet or whatever. Fuck, I just don't really care.
Alright, do you guys believe in aliens?
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
They're out there.
I believe in other life forms due to the amount of galaxies out there.
Oh, normal humans to me.
Alien greys.
Alien greys. Fucking hell. So, like, if you...
David Icke talks about reptilians.
That he does. So, if you met a reptilian Plutonian on the streets of Melbourne, what would you say to him, man? You know, like, you're like representing for humanity, for the Melbourneians. What do you say to Mr. Reptilian Plutonium?
Are you going to teach me some telekinesis? Let's go do some meditation and wine and smoke some pot. That's what I'll say to him. I'll take him back to mine, we'll do some rap. Do some art, because reptilians are meant to be way more advanced than us, so
true.
Maybe you have a lot to teach me.
What do you reckon?
Let me join the Illuminati.
What do you reckon a Illuminati reptilian would rap like?
Fucking lizard style.
Something that human words aren't even able to describe.
To comprehend, like alien language, light language. He'll be rapping with the light language.
Light language, the
language of the gods, of the light, of whatever.
There are a lot of buttons on this that I don't want to press.
Who knows? Depends on the reptilian.
It's on hold, it doesn't matter if you press it.
Oh, sweet.
Is he, if he's a good reptilian or a bad reptilian? Depends.
That's something I've always asked myself. What will the first encounter, when it inevitably comes, be like?
Oh, so it's gonna come, for sure.
Just fucking hitting with my axe in the head. Well, Fliptrix reckons he's met aliens, so like I believe in them. Yeah. Have you heard of Fliptrix? He's like the sickest rapper in the world. Well, he's one of the
you saw a UFO?
But no, it's just a dream, bro.
Oh, this is a dream.
Focus Records.
Have you guys ever seen a UFO?
True. Like, have you heard of Leaf Dog, Jam Baxter,
I've definitely seen something at the time I thought was a UFO, but soon found out later that it wasn't.
I see.
As long as they appreciate
it was two fighter jets going into base, doing a dump and burn, dumping the rest of their fuel, and then it goes past the ignition and lights all up.
Spicy.
That's where I've
spicy flames in the sky and the reckoning.
Yes, being an 11-year-old, I was very impressed at that, and then to have my old man tell me later that it was just two fighter jets was quite disappointing. But yeah, way to ruin an imagination. with logic.
Yeah, well, some people say that, you know, fantasy is best, and some people say, no, we should just have the truth, you know?
I believe a bit of both worlds is best. Definitely don't cut off the imagination, because without it we wouldn't have a lot of the things we have now, like written words, music, art is all stems from the imagination. And if you were to live in a world where that would be cut off and restricted, I reckon everyone would be quite the same, and it'd be quite a boring place to be.
Like, if you had kids, would you tell them about Santa Claus?
Yeah, I guess I would, because it's sort of, I wouldn't say it gives them hope, but it definitely does give them a bit more
delusions of a super-powered Super Saiyan man that flies with deer in the sky. It's like, yeah, no, this is reality. Magic doesn't exist. You're all cool, you know. This is like the logic of the world that we live in. But there's a magical fat man that rides deers in the sky across the entire world every year.
I guess the thing I'd feel shit about telling a kid that is, one day they're going to grow up and they're going to realise it's not real. And for some kids, that's
realise
like
it's a lie.
Massive heartbreak.
It's a whole fucking lie. It's this heartbreak. It's this roller coaster of emotions that we're putting the children of Melbourne on. And all I'm asking is why?
Why not?
But why first? Why? What's the purpose of telling our kids this story about Santa Claus? What do you guys reckon?
The government tells us to.
It's the fucking government.
It's the government.
It's the fucking government.
It's like it's like God. It's like religion. If you do the wrong thing, then you go on the naughty list. So you got to be a conformist to society. It's another form of brainwashing. You know where Christmas starts from?
Oh yeah, sure.
Christmas starts from the Amanita muscaria mushroom. The shamans would put the mushroom on pine trees, like Christmas trees, like decorations, and they drink the reindeer's piss, and like some of the mushrooms would literally look like the red nose of a reindeer, and they're Amanita muscarias, and they don't even have dots on them. So like that's where Christmas comes from. It's a shamanistic fucking tradition of tripping on psychedelics.
Hashtag shaman of love, ladies and gentlemen. So we represented the reckoning.
Is that the hashtag of the podcast?
Fuck, maybe.
Is it the day because Jesus was born?
What, Santa? Nah, Santa's not Jesus, bro.
It was made after St.
Maybe.
Jesus.
I don't know.
I saw Santa yesterday.
I don't actually know the story of Santa, honestly.
No, Jesus is real. All Jesus was a very enlightened soul. He was in a state of unconditional love. He didn't judge people because he was enlightened, and he was misinterpreted for what he believed in. People twisted his words up to fucking control and manipulate society.
Why do you reckon this, bro?
Because it's like the Luciferian experiment. It gives you a false perception of reality.
What's the Luciferian experiment,
good or bad. Bro? There's no good or bad, or wrong or right, or black or white. There's only two elements: creation and destruction. And they're not right or wrong. They're not good or bad. They just are what they are. But you choose which energy you want to harness and what path you want to go down. Because the thing is, that infinitely you're going to be spiraling up and down. That's just the way the universe works. Because it's an endless cycle, like the tree of life.
All right, bro.
You live, you die. You live, you die.
But why do you reckon all this, bro?
It's snakes and ladders, man.
What's your processing for all this, bro? Like, what kind of logic steps have you taken? What kind of experiences have you had in your life that's led you to this perspective?
Breaking down, going to hell, becoming psychotic, and being like a mute, and living in a house full of junkies who tried to control me and manipulate me, and then going back up to heaven and realizing, holy fuck, this life is literally what you make it. You are what you think. You're the creator.
That's true. That's true.
I've experienced a duality. I've been through hell and I've ascended to the heavens.
I believe that the world is here for you. I mean, like, not to get too fucking existential about it, but I find that,
we are God's imagination.
Dude, if you write your goals on the calendar and you fucking handle that shit like a soldier and you approach it and you're continually working non-stop to meet your own ideals. I'm not even gonna tell you what those ideals are, just your own fucking ideals. If you do that, man, you know, you won't be worried, you won't be depressed, you'll have meaning and purpose in your life.
Exactly, you've got to create your own roadshow, you've got to think for yourself, you've got to question everything.
But
I believe in anything
but the world,
questioning the possibility of everything.
But the world is here
boxes.
for you to do that, is what I found, because as soon as you start working on that shit, it's almost like a lot of really synchronistic things start happening in your life.
Yeah.
You have all these really weird kind of moments where things just line up.
I'll just explain some moments of synchronicity in my life.
Please
like
do.
the other day when I was chilling with Zeb and Milo at Lentils, and then this guy came up. This I can't remember his name. He was a black guy, and like he was a really good freestyler, and he was actually reading my mind. Like, I'm not even joking.
For real?
Like, literally, yeah, bro. Like, if I wanted a lighter, he'd be like, here you go. Like, he was on the same wavelength. It was insane. Like, Tommy
Some people can do that.
Yeah, man, it was full on. And like, as he was talking to me, I was thinking about the Fibonacci sequence in my head, and he just started talking about it. I'm just like, how do you know this? It's happened twice though, because there was another lady at the flower shop in the city, and I was thinking about acid in my head, and she's like, oh no, most of the monks don't use it because it's natural. She's like, if you'd be best sticking this to the natural psychedelics, but I don't know, I'm gonna have to.
Could you describe your perception of reality, like earlier in your life and now, how it's changed? Like the comparison between the two.
The people around me have changed. Like
scissors were right here.
Their
yes.
attitude towards me has changed because they're all mirrors and teachers. Everyone's got a lesson. Everyone's got a piece of the puzzle. You just got to be willing to listen to them from the heart, not the head. Because when you're in your head, you're always over-analysing everything and judging everything. You just got to accept people for what they are because they're you and they're a reflection of you.
It's like the fucking guy.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
No. The fucking.
You judge them. You're judging creation. You're judging yourself.
The new one. The guy with the whistle. From you know the newer kind of fucking space movie and shit. It's got the fucking possum, the combat fucking possum.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, the motherfucker with the mohawk doing the whistle thing. That's what he says. He says fucking I don't use my head when I'm using my fucking superpower feng shui Power Ranger power from the future.
Exactly, you don't need to think. You just let the universe take. Yeah, use your heart. Exactly, you don't need to.
And there was another point in that movie where this lady didn't know if she could make this dude go to sleep with her mind, but the other dude was like, "I believe in you," and she's like, "Ah!" and did it, and he's like, "Holy shit, I didn't know you could do that." Like, but anyway, it's like our power can come from, encouragement and kind of friendship and heart.
And believing in ourselves. Because if you don't believe it, you can't receive it. It's how you perceive it, and then you'll achieve it.
True.
Yeah.
True that. So, what was I gonna ask? On the topic of like hate speech laws and shit, man, what's up in Melbourne in the sense of like a lot of our generation seems to think that there's like an objectivity to offense. You go on your trains and you look at the sign and it says no offensive language. Like, offensive to who? So, do you guys believe in the objectivity of offense?
No,
or do
I
you
believe
think
it
it's
depends
like
on the
completely
intention.
subjective on the person?
Intention.
The individual?
It's all intention. It's the energy the person's projecting when they're swearing or when they're saying whatever they're saying. So it depends if the child will even complain to their mum about it.
Hey, we should inform these
Nothing's
guys.
black and white. Their laws are black and white, and that's the problem because they got to control. They want to fucking. They're telling us how to think. We're not learning how to think for ourselves. We're not questioning things.
Okay.
Asking the people on the streets, what do they think? Do they think offense is objective, or everyone has a personal reckoning about getting offended by different shit for different reasons? What do you reckon?
I think that an offense, it is whatever you're doing that could cause harm to another person. But
isn't that subjective, though?
In a way, I think that the way that the police may see everyone as causing offence, even though there's no actually injured party and most of the occurrences that they are saying are offensive, they're tricking everyone into contract. They're tricking everyone because the only person they're offending is actually the Queen, because it's the legislation that we're under. We're under all these rules, regulations. Like if you go over 60 kilometers an hour, for example, in a 60 zone, then that you're actually offending the Crown, man, because the Crown has rules that its property can't do that.
How you feeling, man?
Pretty good.
Fuck yeah.
Icy cold.
Tasty, toasty, spicy Melbourne.
Spicy. Some people Melbourne, but then some of them are a bit plain.
Yeah, they get a bit plain sometimes.
Especially in the city.
And some people get a bit plain, bit assimilated, man. You reckon
in the city?
You reckon, the Borg assimilation is going on in Melbourne a little bit?
What's that? The Borg assimilation?
The Borg, bro. Like, a lot of people are thinking and acting and talking and acting and looking and believing the same, and they're quick to shit on everyone that's not fitting into their fucking orderly category. Yeah.
Those people aren't worth worrying about. They're the last. They're going to be the last to ascend into the heavens. They're going to be the last to see the truth. Those people, you try and teach them, but if they don't listen to you, then it's not worth repeating yourself like a broken record.
True.
Yeah. So sometimes you just have to make people fuck off.
Maybe you reach them at another level.
In a very subtle, very subtle way.
Maybe music, maybe art, maybe music.
Yeah, through rap and through the creativity, and show them.
Bit of metaphor, bit of allegory in Melbourne.
Too. You just gotta believe in yourself. We're like 1, 2, 1 and 2. I don't know.
No, that's true, man. You notice that you notice that in life though. If you go out in the streets of Melbourne with love in your heart, you wanna fucking be there for your fellow fucking Melbourne Power Ranger, like a feng shuiing Power Ranger. Now that's one of my questions tonight. Do you guys reckon the Power Rangers had it right? Because their power came from friendship and unity.
Yeah, they did. Right. They did. I like I think they're sick.
You reckon you could be a superpower feng shui Power Ranger, bro? You reckon you could be that on the streets of Melbourne?
Yeah, I already am that.
I feel like that sometimes.
I feel like I'm a Power Ranger saving the day, saving people's bad vibes.
The underground Melbourne Power Rangers. Yeah. What about that for a rap crew? What do you reckon? UMP? The underground Melbourne Power Rangers? What do you reckon?
Sounds sick. Because we got the colour.
I can just picture everyone like doing that transformation thing at the end, how they turn to that big robot.
Straight from above her.
go there every day.
I'm like a robot, and I go up, pop, hip hop, gridlock, hawk spit, rocket off the top of the hip hopopotamus. Motherfucker, I'm not androgynous, but I'm onto this ostrich tick tock. I got an ostrich clock. What? I'm like an ostrich shop. I'm resurrected, never ending. I'm just a record.
Wrecked and infected, corrected and introspected, deducted and corrupted and distracted and destroyed and
Wait, man. Hey, bro. Enjoy the podcast.
Yeah, check us out on YouTube, The Reckoning. Do you have some final thoughts?
Check it, Reckoning. Yo, fucking Benzo, coming back from Brizzy down to Melbs. You know how I'm doing. Living the lush lifestyle, even though I'm broke. Yo, don't give a fuck, man. Count pennies and cents, yo. Fucking...
Careful.
Fuck, I'm a dreamer, man. I'm a dreamer. I see what I do when I see what I dream, man. When I'm drunk, I have drunken dreams. And I see what I see when I'm drunk, and I see this shit all the days. All the days bypass me like a train past me, man. Incarcerate me in jail. I don't give a fuck, bitch.
You pass me and ask me, but I like to pass the parsley like a motherfucking artistry. But it's hard to see, but I'm carbon free.
Yeah,
check it like it, artistry. With a harp sharp STEEZ under the dark sleeve, partially underwear, southern snare running scared.
Yeah,
the rubble, I'm treble deaf, treble clef, settle set. Quellophony when I get bent. ceremony celebrant, belly fed. Origami, artillery force in an artery, cord, sharpened with sword, short apartsy. But of course on that course thought arbitrary.
Oh, damn, man, that's alright. Damn, you killed and burned it, Yeah, you burned it.
Fuego! Fuego on the streets of Melbourne!
Shit's on fire,
Hopefully I'm not too loud, I don't want to cause any complaints.
Break it and
We are in a church, there's ruckus in the church.
Exacerbate it and
Stay sweet. Yeah.
Case. Yo, Melbourne representing the streets of Melbourne. Basil, pleasure.
Basil, bro.
Have a good one.
Mouse Detective.
YouTube, The Reckoning, man. We should be up in a few weeks. I put it as lo-fi hip-hop.
Yeah, Requiem, I drink that shit. Pale Pilsner.
Requiem.
No, it's a beer.
Requiem for a podcast, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be the name of this fucking podcast. Requiem for a podcast, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we're representing on the streets of Melbourne. So let's give me the fourth podcast. Four-paw metaphor, like the four-pawed wombat. What do you reckon about the number 4? The Japanese think it's unlucky. That's what I hear. What do you reckon?
I don't know. I think it's a synchronicity number, 444.
For the
fuck? On the number plate.
Sorry, what was that?
So I think it represents synchronicity when you see it on the number.
Synchronicity?
We see it on the number plates, numerology.
Alright.
The angel numbers and whatever the fuck they call it.
Is 4 an angel number? Is that a good number to us? Because I know the Japanese, it means death or something like. It's like the same word that they have for death is 4 or something like that. Yeah.
I don't know, but I know like 8 represents infinity. 9 is like the breaking of infinity, so it's a new cycle.
If man is 5, then the devil lives 6. And if the devil lives 6, then God is 7. As the Pixies said, you know that song. It's all archetypes, bro. Yeah, you notice these common kind of narratives that kind of go through the world.
I'm out the sun, I'm like a gun. Number 2, I'm moving through your mind like glue. Number 3, so can't you see and set me free. Number 4, I got the devil's galore. I got your claw. Number 5, I'm sharp and I'm alive. I got this. I'm sniping. I'm like a snake. I'm snide. Number 6, I got make you fix.
Number 6, I got the shtick, and I got the ticks, and I've got the arithmetic, spit, lit, lyric, kick, flip, tit, lit, kick, clit.
Number 7, I'm reaching heaven. I'm 11, open the gates and the stairway is getting the money I'm raking, partaking, fears I'm facing. Number 8, I'll celebrate and dedicate your mind and masquerade and take you out and take your plate and change your fate. Number 9, I'm so sublime and I'm divine, supreme and in line. I'll turn the time. Number 10, I'll leave you. I'm now and then. I'm like a hen.
11, I'm not pretending when I'm entering heaven or hell. Remember the swell of the decibel that I spell wrong. Ready, Freddy Machete gonna break in disaster like Enron. Motherfuckers crazy fantasy like Elron. Hobbit, when I'm running from the crowd, I'm like an udder from the cow. With the underground fucker, undercover brother. Check it with the other brother from the number. What's the number? Where were we at? Was it 12? Can I dwell and spell 12 in hell? Or I spit to 13 when my words get clean, like a serene surgeon when the words at 14. More clean than the wombat. He's dirty as fuck, ready for combat. 15, when I spit Shane, spit shtick like Windex. Kick next. No, never. Where were we at? 18? 18, we ain't behaving. Fucking 19. I like to cite the Queen, the Queen of England. They want to get defended when I'm spitting. And what were we at? 18, 19, 20. I can't keep track of the numbers, bro. It's funny.
No, number 20, I got my remedy. Tap into my energy, raising my frequency. The angels, they speak to me.
21, I'm never giving up. 1 to the sun with the feng shui lung.
23, 22, I move through you like a diamond glue in your mind. You and you, me and you. It's time to few. I didn't even know what I'm saying.
23 eventually enter me like a Jim Carrey movie. The number 23. What's Jim Carrey on these days? Feng shui like a soldier from the future.
Bro,
Drum kit like the Mason Vulture Victor.
He's full onto it.
He's from the future. Jim Carrey is spitting jewels, motherfucker. The number 23. Jim Carrey, if you want to be part of my podcast, I love you, Jim Carrey. Ace Ventura was my shit as a kid.
He's a genius.
I love you, Jim Carrey. I am not being facetious. You're a fucking king. If you happen to get a hold of this podcast, please call me. Call me, Jim Carrey. Call me.
Yeah, Jim Carrey's a genius.
Woo! I love Jim Carrey. So where we're at, 23?
Yeah, 24.
Wanna keep going?
It's the devil's. Nah, I can't.
Nah, let's fuck it. Let's have an interview.
It's getting too far.
An interlude. We're gonna interlude the interview when they enter you. Disdone prone when they turn chrome, clone, drone, chromosome, tones, homes, prone to react when my BB bap on the street. Fuck it. Yeah. The fuel is lowering now. We're gonna chill into a chill vibe. I need a roll of smoke. We might interlude this for a second. I'll try to roll a smoke. We'll be back to you soon, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, no, keep recording, bro, because I've got lots of data. There's no reason I should stop. Let me get my tobacco out. See if I can roll like the fat fucking badass pipe tobacco. But please spit a rhyme, bro. Would you like some beats or you?
I'll just hit out.
Do it.
Couldn't spit a rap, I didn't know about the cash. Lots amounts of money that I'd have to stack just to get a place for me to crash. I didn't know the way I'd have to act just to get to things I thought I'd wanna have. I sorta thought that life was more than that, but I guess it changed to wherever along the track. Maybe after school and all the crap that they were telling me, they told me that I'd never get to where I wanna be, and I should start thinking of something I could possibly achieve. Trying to teach me lessons while I'm following my dreams, but I'm kinda like a shepherd, I ain't following a sheep. I promise that tomorrow I ain't gonna see defeat, though I'm going for the lotto, that's the motto of a G.
That's the motto of the G in the lottery. When I hit the spit, clit, lit, lyric, tit, it's prophecy. Prophecy on top of the oddity. They want the oddity not to be in the free MCs, free to spit and freeze in the street, but that's where we at. And any motherfucker that wanna bat at that can get the black cat that I keep in my hat. Ready react, motherfuckers ain't ready for that. Wrecking record on the street, repping to the beat. Motherfuckers ain't ready cause they're too discreet. Hit that shit up under the rug with the dust, but I'm kicking up dust from the basement. And it tastes like enslavement. Motherfuckers wanna chill with the slave mint.
And I'm putting the pave on the pavement. Woo! Getting the bakery. Your heart will break me, turn me, slaughter me, murder me. Third degree, internally, sent to be, mentally entrenched with me.
Word to the Burgundy, Burke Street, free that I spit last week.
The street, I'm obsolete. I pause the beat. You can't compete. I'm so discreet. I rap with my fleet in time. And you entrapped in my beat. I keep my cipher complete. The time to.
Yeah, I know, but you don't need to say it sometimes.
You know, the real shit's actually going on over here, man. People are getting jiu-jitsu'd out. Jiu-jitsu is going down to the reckoning, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, she's got to go in for the knee guard right now. Oh, what's going to happen? Oh, you think maybe he's going to get a headlock, or what do you reckon?
I don't know. It looks like they're making.
They're fucking jiu-jitsu. Yeah, but you know that's all part of the jiu-jitsu. I mean, a good
Maybe it's a joke. Maybe it is all jiu-jitsu, and they're just like tricking everyone.
Their jitsu is on point like the Jews, ladies and gentlemen. Fucking, is anyone good at rolling smokes by any chance?
I can't roll smokes.
I can roll smokes.
Can you roll a smoke for me?
Yes.
Thank you. There's that. I'll grab you some papes. we're gonna interlude the reckoning anyway. We'll come back for you guys, or no, we're a bit. Yeah, we'll chill for a sec. We'll see you in the collective unconscious, Melbourne.
You want to see some macho shit? I'm the most macho nigga out here. I'm the most, I thought you niggas knew. I'm the most thuggish nigga out here. I have no motherfucking fear. I have no fear. I have only ambition, and I want mine, and I will do anything to protect and feed my family. And these niggas represent a threat. You feel me? Niggas is hypocrites.
What the fuck is up, Melbourne? We're live direct to the reckoning, representing on Smith Street. Do you have a lighter by any chance, bro?
I sure do.
Fuck, you're a legend. So, how's your feng shui this evening? Do you feel like you are on point? You know, you got a bit of balance in your life right now in Melbourne, like at this moment?
Actually, I really do think I do have a little bit of balance tonight.
Fuck yeah. How do you reckon you achieve that correct feng shui in life? Do you have any rituals? Do you have any things that you like to do to get yourself in a good mind state going out on a Melbourne Eve?
Not rituals so much as keeping on doing what I'm doing, which is a positive thing, and working on art.
Working on art? Yeah, no, for real, man. Like, what kind of art? Like music? You in a band?
Yeah, music, dumb viral videos.
I love it. I love it.
I made my first video that went semi-viral about a week ago. I got like 500,000 views.
Represent, man. Represent.
Sorry, I'm the microphone.
Oh, you're microphone holder.
Yeah, I apologize.
Yeah.
I was doing a bad job. I thought that it was over there.
That's okay. Do you want to hold the mic, sir? There you go. There you go.
And also the tail, yeah.
We could do multiple questions at the same time. This is how we represent at the reckoning, man.
What are the questions?
It's all freestyle. One question would be, do you feel like you play the devil's advocate in your conversations much?
Yes! All the time. Me? I always do. I'm like number one, right? I always do that.
Cool, cool. So, why do you reckon you play the devil's advocate in your conversations?
Because I'm the voice of reason. At all times.
I like it, I like it.
But also because people can't see their shit if they're too close to it. So you have to...
True. You gotta get outside of the box.
And say you're being ridiculous or...
Get a broader perspective.
Yeah, you're being reasonable or...
Maybe that's how you adapt and evolve. Maybe that's part of evolution. Maybe Darwin had it right, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. Darwin did drop some pretty good gems. But
he said a couple of good things.
But at the same time, it's controversial as well. I mean, like, do you know the full title of his book by any chance? You know, Charles Darwin's Theory of Evolution and the Preservation of Favored Races. And a lot of people say there's a little bit of eugenics going on with Darwin.
Legitimately?
Yeah, that's the full title of the book.
That was the full title of that book?
Full title of his book, man.
I skimmed over it. Yeah, it was good stuff.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, in high school.
What do you reckon about genetic engineering, synthetic biology? We're kind of changing our genetics in a way. What do you reckon about that?
Test tube babies?
Like, yeah, test tube babies. We had a baby born to 3 parents. Were you aware of that? Yeah, a couple of years ago. So these, they're not really quite humans. They're like human 2.0 in a sense. Like they have 3 strands of DNA, man. So they're just like feng shuiing on a completely other level of jazz consciousness. Now, my question would be, do we give them the same rights? Say if they develop superpowers and they can read each other's mind and they have telekinesis and all that shit, you know, like, should we give them different rights because they're not really human, or are they still human?
But what kind of rights are you talking about? Are you talking about restricting rights?
Well, in the sense of, like, we have different rights for people, you know, say if you're disabled, you know, if you have Down syndrome, you're genetically a bit different and you need a bit more help. You know, maybe if you're feng shuiing on the complete next level and you have superpowers,
do you start restricting rights? Is that what you're saying? Because like you can restrict the rights when it comes to people not being able to make their own decisions because you think they're not able to make their own decisions. But if you think they're hyperhuman,
maybe if
they can go like beyond your decision making.
Maybe if they read your mind, maybe you have the right to be able to have some kind of like mind blocking device so they can't read your mind, for instance.
Fuck yeah.
So be a different kind of rights for humans and the I don't know what you call them.
That's not the question though, because you can't.
What's the question?
Because when it comes to human rights, that's with humans as we know them at the moment. Once you add something to that, are they then human rights, or are they something entirely different? So
are they
you're
still
not
humans?
restricting their human rights because human rights is for humans.
Well, if you make the distinction that they're not human as well.
They're superhumans. They have above human rights.
They have abilities, they have superpowers. What do you guys reckon about vigilantes? Were you aware that we have vigilantes in the world, and as well we have vigilantes in Sydney? The Sydney vigilante is called The Rat. You can YouTube it. He has mad flavor body armor like a fucking ninja from the future.
This person exists.
Yeah, he goes around the streets and he fights crime and he helps the homeless and shit. What do you guys reckon about vigilantes? People going out on the street and they're helping society. They want to help where they can.
Like Batman?
Like Batman, but maybe a bit less violent.
Well, they can do what they want. Like, I mean, I don't really care. Power to them. It's like
the semi Batman from Kick-Ass kind of Batman.
Yeah, but maybe
like that.
I think.
But people are gonna probably like get a little bit more of a shock to see somebody in a fucking suit. Like, it's
like
not
a
so much.
leotard.
I don't reckon it's like the act itself. It's the
Like
fact
all
that
the
there's a man in a costume who's like. You're doing a bad act, like any citizen on the street could come and be like, hey dude, I don't think that's cool, you should like not do that. And then you get like a dude wearing a Batman suit who's like, hey dude, if you keep doing that, I'm gonna fuck your shit up.
Christian Bale
Motherfuckers to the point where they're like, I don't know what to do now. And they're kind of like half in hysterics, half in shock, and you're stunning them. You're like stunning someone out of crime.
Say it's not Batman. Say it's just some guy. He likes to put on a costume and he likes to go around the streets of Melbourne and he likes to help people where he can. And when he sees people, there's conflict, there's drama going on. He likes to go there and help out people to feng shui on a better level of consciousness. What do you reckon of that? Peaceful, non-violent, just trying to help people.
I reckon
that's
Is this your?
Are you Batman?
Hey, if I was, I wouldn't tell you.
Are you the feng shui Batman?
If I was, I couldn't tell you, man.
What does your costume look like?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Batman costume.
There is no feng shui Batman Illuminati superhero vigilante costume of love yet. You know, but you know, I'm speaking to Catfish Jones, who I interviewed last week on the podcast. Catfish Jones, he's the leader of a cult. He's creating the cult of the catfish. You know, where he's got the catfish mustache, which is like the mustache minus the mustache part of the mustache. You know, he's just got the catfish parts.
It's the Fu Manchu.
It's the Fu Manchu. It's the Fu Manchu whiskers, man. Like Mr. Miyagi.
Swim a little koi koi.
So, like, one question would be, if you guys could create a cult, what would be the mythos of the cult?
I don't think I'd ever try to create a cult. I do not believe in mass religion in any way, shape or form. So to create a cult would not be anything I'd ever do.
Just wine. Why not? Why not? Why not?
Why not?
Friday night drinks
Wine
club.
fucking night.
Wine and cheese club.
Because you could worship wine, right? You could worship wine.
Yeah.
And that could
I'm
be
sure some people have.
Yeah. The
What
Catholics,
about like a
they have,
reimagining
that's
of
what
like
it
the
is,
Christian
right?
church?
Wine.
It was exactly the same, but we called it like
But that's like the minor part, right? That's the minor part. It's mostly wine.
Just like misread a few of the other.
I'm born and bred Catholic, I know.
Oh, for real?
Virginity.
Yeah. I'm related to Mary McKillop. You know Mary McKillop?
I do know Vic.
It's the only state of Australia. Represent. Represent on the streets of Melbourne.
What's happened to your hand?
Seriously?
What?
Multiple fractures.
Am I Catholic?
No,
Have you
seriously, you're
engineered this
related to
bandage
Mary
yourself?
McKellar?
No, he's
Yeah, it's protection. Protection from the elements, ladies and gentlemen.
Does that
Yeah,
automatically
and,
make you Catholic?
and gaffer tape. It's a combination of duct tape and
No,
gaffer tape.
definitely not.
Because it's not duct, it's duct.
Duct.
No, they make it from duck.
Tape for the duck.
Four ducts.
Oh, we got to do.
Do you know that ducks' cocks fall off every season and then they grow a new cock?
Do you know that
is
female
not a
ducks have
fact.
8 vaginas?
It's true.
8 vaginas? 8
I thought they had
vaginas.
12.
What?
They're less.
What has 8 vaginas?
No.
What has 8 vaginas, and do you have the phone number?
It's a
Can I
duck.
contact the duck?
And they're less.
A duck has 8 vaginas?
Yeah, she does. She does.
12.
That sounds made up, but
No, it's absolutely
Okay.
not. No, they're cavities. The form of duck copulation is rape, mainly.
Copulation.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
To have sex
Okay.
and procreate. And then rape, right? So female ducks preserve the right to like decide whose sperm actually impregnates her eggs. So she has these cavities, there's 8 separate cavities inside of her vagina. So she's actually able to be raped by whoever the fuck is going to rape her, and she can take their sperm down all these different avenues. So they don't impregnate her eggs because it goes down all these like this mouse trap and this like of like mazes.
Could
A
I go
duck's
through?
vagina, I swear to God.
Could I go through there just for a moment? Sorry, I have to.
However, when she
just gonna-
finds like a
Ladies and gentlemen.
a superior male species who she's willing to be impregnated by, she'll allow that sperm to go straight to where her eggs
That's
are.
like
Superior male life.
Lions have a hooked penis.
What?
Lions have a hooked penis.
Holy
Oh yeah, bar penis. So you can, yeah.
So they can
Nature's brutal.
scoop out.
Yeah, it's a plunger. It's the plunger theory, right?
It's the lions have a plunger for a dick.
That's legit true, though.
Lions have a plunger for a dick.
They have a plunger for a dick, so that
They plunge out. They
Exactly.
take
They
out
plunge
their,
out and
like,
then
that's
they-
why they think the male penis is the same, similar
And
shape.
go with the human penis. You don't need a human penis is shaped like that. To scoop out the.
It's far less of a scoop.
Basically,
Yeah, well,
you're going to be the last lion in line.
It's a less aggressive scoop.
Yeah.
True.
But no, it's the result. It evolved from the scoop. It's like a new scoop. It's like a small scoop.
Absolutely.
Hey, would you guys say that this guy looks like a young Nick Cave? Have you ever gotten that before?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck yeah. It's not a bad look, man.
Wait a minute, can you do this for a second?
Is that our topic?
Yes, do this. Go.
We're bad seeds representing.
Wait, is that a Nick Cave thing that he
No,
would do?
no, do it. Go.
Wait, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, do that.
Into my arms, oh Lord. Into my arms, oh Lord. Yes.
Can you do this for a second? Yeah.
It's happening again, Amy.
Do it. Again.
He is a pretty beautiful man, isn't he?
your name?
Would you say that he looks like a young Nick Cave?
Is this on the record or?
On the record of the reckoning, ladies and gentlemen. You're completely anonymous, so feel free to speak from your heart.
Identical as fuck.
Would you like to stroke the furry mic? No? Okay. It's pretty soft, you're missing out. Would somebody be able to roll a smoke for me by any chance? I'm just a bit fractured at the moment.
Monstrosity
I know.
of a bandage you created.
Yeah. You don't need to poke the fracture, but multiple. That's okay.
So what's the next question?
The next question is: does anybody have any papers and filters to roll a cigarette?
I don't.
Oh, you're a fucking legend. Thank you, sir. So what's the question? Okay. These days in Melbourne, there seems to be work doing a lot. Oh, this man has a stop sign. Look at that.
Catherine called you.
He's representing with a stop sign. Streets of Melbourne.
Why is he not? He left it. He left it.
He just had to stop.
Classic.
You hate yourself right now,
I
don't
do
you?
a lot.
Do you guys believe in the objectivity of offence? Because it seems to be worked in the law. You walk into a train station and you have on the sign there, no offensive
I've
language.
met a couple of their
Ladies and gentlemen, we're live direct to the reckoning. We're representing multiple fractures in, 3 painkillers deep, Comedy live director, Streets of Melbourne.
Tramadol, Panadine, Panadol.
So we represent Near the Reckoning, ladies and gentlemen. So my question is, do you guys believe in the objectivity of offense, or do you think each individual person has their own personal reckonings about what they are personally offended about?
Objectivity of what, sorry?
Offense?
Offense.
Of offense.
Offense.
Not a fence.
Okay.
Because it seems to be worked into our law, you know, you walk in a train, it says no offensive language. Offensive to who?
Absolutely, it's completely changing and subjective. Read Tom Sawyer today and try not to be offended. Read To Kill a Mockingbird and try
I
not to be
feel like
offended.
offensive language is different though. Because
What do you think is
offensive
offensive language? Like,
Offensive
like
language.
objectively offensive, do you reckon? Or?
No.
No, just subjectively? Subjective to you? What do you think is offensive
No,
to you?
wait. Offensive language is objective, but like offensive conduct is subjective.
What would be a objectively offensive word?
But don't you think?
Fuck.
I'm not offended by that.
No,
Are you offended
yeah,
by that?
no. I think more something that's designed to make a certain segment of the population feel bad about themselves.
So you can say like
So,
fag.
I don't see why
If
fuck.
someone said
But it
fag
seems like
or
the,
fuck, which would be
Absolutely, the term has
Seems-
changed over time.
seems like-
what is
seems
offensive
like
today
you
was not offensive
fuck.
20 years ago.
Seems like we are
you
discounting
would be
the
offended,
spirit
but
behind it.
society.
Exactly, the spirit behind it is exactly it. Is that a word is a word,
So, like-
but the spirit behind it is entirely the whole meaning. At the end of the day, words that were offensive 20 years ago are not offensive anymore. And words that were offensive 20 years ago, it's why we find old people to be a little bit frustrated at the same time. We're sympathetic to them. We're like, oh, you're off a different time. We say, oh, you say those words because you actually don't understand the offense intended behind them. You know, grandma may say,
Time, and you don't deserve the right to vote. It's like, but not everybody who's imprisoned,
It's a sensitive.
not everybody who's committed a
Victoria
crime is imprisoned. So think about all the people who are up there sitting on their fucking phones or committing crimes with their phones.
So what was that? Please?
When you get taught as a child, like what the bad words are.
Yeah.
What the bad words.
Putting
The
these
offensive
like
words.
I wasn't like my mother didn't really teach me offensive words. You know.
Well, she said like, if you said the word fuck or shit, they would be like, that's wrong. You can't say that.
When I was really young, for sure, because I think maybe that's my mother was trying to kind of give me the right tools to interact in a social kind of context. You know, you don't want to be a 4-year-old kid running around yelling fuck shit, cut. You know, maybe you won't get along too well in the society.
Okay, so you know the show Deadwood?
I love Deadwood.
Okay, so Deadwood, they originally tried to do that like legit. Like it would have been in the day, but the offensive words were like dumb. Like they sounded silly. They were like heck and stuff like that, and that was like the worst thing you could say.
They were a lot more eloquent, though,
but they had
with
to
their
chuck
insults.
in. They chuck in contemporary offensive words.
absolutely, heck was the fuck of 18th century.
And now you can say heck, and it's usually a doggo on a meme.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Doggo.
Yeah, I fucking love heck.
Heck is
Heck is a great word. You know what I would like to do? I like to create out my own insults, my own dissing words. Like, I like to call people a putzmischt. Putzmischt, yeah, because they'll subconsciously think of the words pussy and bitch and get offended, and not know why. I like to trigger people like that. Sometimes people are like, oh, putzmischt, I know what that means. It's like, oh, really? Do you? You know, it's a word I just made up. What do you reckon is the meaning of the word that I just made up? You know,
it almost sounds Yiddish, almost.
Yiddish?
A little bit. What do you guys and gal reckon about with the genders? You know, seems to be in society we have a socially accepted shorthand words to call men, like sir. Sir is alright. Yeah, sir, this, that. But with women, we don't really have that. We don't have a word like, oh, thank you. We
have Mrs. also.
Miss or like madam, you know. Try calling a woman a madam. See how
She won't be happy about it.
Exactly. We don't have a word word for women in shorthand to refer to them, which doesn't sound like condescending in some way.
Well, that's why, like, my mum always said to us that when we refer to ourselves on forms, we say MS. That's the one that we use.
MS.
We don't use MISS because that's like it's incorrect. Well, it feels like they're reducing us to something.
Well, Mrs. hasn't been around for that long. It's exclusively for spinsters, quote unquote.
Spinsters?
Yeah.
What's a spinster, bro? I've never heard that one.
It's the old word for an unmarried woman.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
By the age of 30, if you're not married,
Yeah,
oh, good
then
God,
you're
you old spinster.
30?
Yeah.
25.
Oh, yeah, shit.
25. Not even 30.
It's like confirmed bachelor used to be the code for homosexual. He's a confirmed bachelor.
Confirmed bachelor.
Confirmed bachelor.
Homosexual.
Bachelor confirmed, ladies and gentlemen. So we represented the reckoning. True. So, how...
Yeah, Freddie, sub in here. You got
Yeah, would you like to drop some gems to the collective unconscious in Melbourne, sir? You're completely anonymous. How do you align your feng shui before you go out on a Melbourne night? Do you have some rituals? Do you have some kind of things that you like to do to get in the right mind state to kind of approach Melbourne Eve?
You know, I kind of wish I was more of a ritualistic kind of individual, but when it comes to going out, I don't really do that.
Okay. You don't have a ritual. You don't have some kind of like things that you do to get in the right mind state before you go out.
I guess I just like take a little bit of a look at myself in the mirror and just go, hey, and that's about it. Yeah.
You like to talk to yourself in the mirror?
Not really.
No, okay.
I'm not about it.
Short conversation, just hey.
Just a little bit of like a touch up, just like hey, you know, you're right. Yeah. I don't like to boost myself too much, like.
True, but you have to zhuzh the mustache a little bit. I see you've got a little bit of a zhuzhy mustache, man. Yeah.
There is that, yeah, for sure. Okay, yeah, there's a couple of things.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Let's be real.
If you want to get into the nitty gritty of like the bodily kind of things, for sure, yeah, that's a couple of things.
Well,
we represent the grit here, the reckoning. For the nitty grit.
For the nitty grit, there's definitely a bit of a touch up of the mustache. Absolutely.
Okay.
There's a bit of checking the scent. Should I put on some cologne? Should I not?
Sure.
A couple of those things. Yeah.
Pick your clothes. Pick your clothes, right? You don't just match stuff.
Well, I kind of go from what I'm wearing and I kind of slide into
something
what I should be wearing. Like maybe I'll put on a little bit of something else.
Yeah.
Hey,
I never go too far from the bone.
Hey, do you reckon we should merge our conversations with this group as well? See what that so.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah! Let's expand the consciousness of the reckoning, ladies and gentlemen. I got to think about some questions. I have a good question. Okay. Do you guys reckon there's a lot of division facing our society these days? People are a lot more divided these days in Melbourne. You know,
I'm not from Melbourne.
Well, these days, I
where are you from? Sydney. Do you notice that in Sydney or?
Yeah. People are really annoying at the moment.
What do you reckon is contributing to the divisions that we're facing in society these days?
Because people don't feel like they have the right to express their opinions. They either have the right opinion or the wrong, and they don't say anything.
Would you say that the devil's advocate is maybe the wrong position a lot these days? So maybe the devil's advocate is like on the decline in the Melbourne streets somewhere. Do you reckon we would have a bit more unity in our streets if we paid more attention to the devil's advocates that we maybe sweeping under the carpet in our lives?
Well, if you gave people the right to talk about what they wanted to talk about, and you didn't shut people down, which is what happens at the moment.
Do you think that's a right that somebody gives you, or that's the right that you decide to give yourself?
Well, technically we have the right of freedom to speak, and no one seems to be respecting that at the moment.
True, but we have a lot of hazy laws in Melbourne in the sense of Bill 18C. Do you know about that?
Bill 18C of what?
Well,
The anti-discrimination.
Yeah, but it seems that this was on the news. I think it was on the project. They quoted a part of the law is saying that you can't have any speech. You can't say any speech, which is reasonably likely to offend.
Well, they changed 18.
To insult.
They changed 18C of the anti-discrimination Act.
Yeah, it's been changed recently. Do you know what kind of changes they've made to it?
I don't think that is the source of change. I think the source of change kind of comes from this, like, how there's like there's like waves in history of like kind of bad things and distrust happening, and there's waves of really good things and non-distrust happening. And I think in the recent 10, 20, 30 or so years, we've been in a really good wave, and I think the kind of bad wave, due to things like the Trump regime and other factors, are on the uprise a little bit, and I think that is affecting the world as a total. And it's not like I think the American state regime and like what they're doing over there is the dictator of like whatever else happens in the world. But I think there are fluctuations in history, and I think we might be dipping into a little bit of a bad bit at the moment, if you like.
Perhaps, man. But don't you reckon that good and bad is subjective? Like you have your personal reckonings based on your own experiences in your life?
I think so. It could just be my own sense of darkness kicking in or something like that. But,
yeah, maybe. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people these days have this idea of the objectivity of good and bad.
I feel like
we're gonna go get espresso martinis.
Do it.
That's the real thing. Thank you. Right?
Would you like to stroke the furry mic? It's quite soft. Would you like to stroke the clitoral mic, sir?
You said furry and now you're saying clitoral. What's the difference, mate? What's the difference?
Can't it be both?
Exactly. Why do you use different terminology?
Because it's multifaceted.
Yeah, why don't you use clit for me?
I can use clit for you if you like. Would you like me to refer you as a clit?
Damage is done.
I wouldn't, because you don't seem too sensitive. You seem a bit more like you've got a bit of a harder skin. So I wouldn't refer to you as a clit. I refer to the mic as a clit because it's very sensitive.
What's this guy?
I will.
Okay, keep doing it.
Check us out on YouTube, The Reckoning, man. Enjoy your espresso martini.
Thank you, will do.
Final thoughts to drop to the collective unconscious of Melbourne?
It's feeling close right now. The clitoris is sensitive.
It's true.
No more snowflakes.
No more snowflakes, ladies and gentlemen.
No more snowflakes.
You hear that? Eggshell-oriented Melbourne. We're coming for you in the streets of Melbourne. We're going to ask you questions. Questions about life. Questions about why you reckon what you reckon.
And those, I think do you have filter papers left? Is that it on the floor? Papers? Just filter papers. I'm a smoker.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
That's why I said filter papers.
I see.
You know the terminology.
Goodbye. It was a pleasure. We'll see you in the collective unconscious of Melbourne. See you on the flippity. Look, these guys will be down to drop some more gems. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll ask these guys if they're down. Hold on. Would you guys be down? Oh no, you said no, you're not interested in being included. Would you like to be included? I don't remember.
Assume that I wouldn't like to be included.
I had a memory that you said that you didn't, but maybe that was wrong.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We talk about anything. You're completely anonymous. Would you like to be included? Fuck yeah. Alright. Do you have a lighter by any chance?
No,
Thank you, sir.
Your blood's dripping down the drain, finding your fame, playing the game of men and mice, armored lice, nitpicking the headlights and taking a splice to the beat, taking my track is complete.
You know I'm jumping like a trumpet. What you thinking? Am I a thumbprint? Under the thumbprint with the stratus in the blueprint. What's the government? Got my DNA level. Well, they won't see me because I'm the CBD entrail.
Yeah. Chilling in the park with the trees, and I feel me a cold breeze. Feel like I need to set free my mind state right now. Tell me, who is he? I got all of my friends in this park and we're here to the end.
On that fame don't depend. I've been in it with my own pad and my pen. I've been trying to get it at the top, never stop until I reach it. I just want to be the one that never has to feature. I just want to be that main stage. I just want to do it till I'm great. I just want to get all these people levitating till we're up in space in a spaceship. Man, I'm fucking famous already, I don't care. I've been spitting it on the mic without a care. I've been trying to hit it up, this is right here. I'ma try to hit it up like I'm light years out of space, like Buzz fucking Lightyear. This is right, yeah, this is right here. Leonard's Park, spitting right, and after dark, it's okay. We still got the heart and we got the spark. So we light that flame and we getting higher till we reach space, till we're in the plane, till I'm off my face. I've been high like a fucking airplane. Real shit, man, I hope you feel it. I just keep on spitting till I raise it up to the ceiling. Hope you feel it, this the realest shit. I've been slanging my rhymes like I am a dealer. This is how I do it and I'm hoping that you feel it. Never concealing the mic, always try to share all the light that I got inside. I've been looking to the skies, I've been trying to make my frequency arise.
Rise on the Richter, I got my eyes on the vector. What's your Victor vector? I don't know, but it's at the trimester when I rhyme fresher. It's just a light feather. They wanna settle the rebel in a kettle with the pebble, but the decibel don't spell that way. Motherfucker, I'm running through the street, whatever you say. They wanna put fucking mine firewalls around my streets in Melbourne. Motherfuckers wanna see you as an idea, but I'd rather rhyme clear.
We're still in the park with the trees, and I think I just found a cold breeze. Tell me, dude, we got the recipe.
In the CBD, 3D, graffiti, bees knees, Steve 3D, 3 feet deep. In the 3D, CBD, bees knees, freeze, I'm a creep.
I'm creeping, my eyes are bleak. I'm the time to seek and the time to speak. I ain't a sheep, I'm waiting for the alarm to beep. I'm a black sheep, your blood will seep. Blood will take down the table. I turn the tide cause I'm able. I'm not watching Foster or cable. I'm finding my fable.
I'm a table fable off a tablecloth. Came and I got off on the beat. It's a bit messy. Can't blame me. It was Nessie.
On the beat, I'm discreet, keep my cipher complete, and I'm writing with my fleet.
Clitoris is sensitive.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Shit is getting real at the reckoning. I missed that. What's going on, guys?
You're good.
What's his name?
Oh, the Dank Fox? Who's the Dank Fox, brother?
I'm pretty sure it's Luke. Luke, do you know what he writes?
What does he write, bro?
Oh, apparently he's got beef with Corgan.
Motherfucker.
He was like, dude, Corgan hates
You know about this shit, man?
No, this is
What's
Got Beef
going on?
episode.
It's fucking...
Maybe we could share some of this.
This is a hot topic of the reckoning.
Se parecen demasiado. Si algo aprendí en esta ciudad es que no hay garantías.
You choose which energy you want to harness and what path you want to go down, because the thing is that infinitely you're going to be spiraling up and down. That's just the way the universe works.
The man's injured.
Oh, sorry, let me just move this a bit. You good?
No problem. Yeah, you moved me too.
Sorry about that.
What's strength in there?
We're representing on the streets of Melbourne, ladies and gentlemen. Who wants to be the mic holder for the Reckoning podcast? No? Nobody wants to be the mic holder? Oh, there you go.
Is this a live mic? Wait, there's some weird things happening
I
here.
just like to say we are live and direct because
We are live and direct.
we're not actually. I just like to say
I feel like,
because
yes,
it sounds
I
cool.
could.
There's 3 people on that bike. Holy fuck!
There's so many people on that bike.
That motherfucker is feng shui on
That's
point.
regular time.
It's not going to be good.
They're doing it pretty well though, man. They're fucking handling their shit.
Yeah, you know what? They actually are.
Ready.
It's smooth.
Can this
sailing down
mic not have so many fluffs?
I real like it, yeah.
No.
It can have less fucks, but I don't know about fluff. I mean, it's pretty fluffy.
Flux, no, yeah.
And I mean, the lights contribute to show, but still.
But like on the topic of like handling your shit, do you reckon you are achieving your goals in your life? Trying to reach
Like
your
in-
ideals?
Good work coming, Freddie.
God, like the big question, like.
Once told you.
Oh, stroking the furry mic, I love it.
I think it's a no.
Who is that?
Stroking the clitoral mic, ladies and gentlemen.
Wise man
I
was.
think it's a hard yes from Katie.
Oh, yes. So you're not achieving your goals in your life.
Katie, are you achieving
Why do you
your
reckon
goals
you
in your
gave up on that?
Hey. No.
Wait, who's not achieving their goals?
I actually am achieving my goals.
You definitely are.
Oh, you are actually achieving yours. Okay, that's fair. You point the mic to where the goals are.
Do you have any further questions? It's
Do you reckon Pluto's a planet?
Yeah.
Wait,
you don't think Pluto's a planet?
Hey, wait, were we going on this
Why do you reckon
achieving
that?
goals? Katia, tell me about how you're achieving your goals.
I got my dream job, so that's all I need to say. And apparently, I'm doing everything well, so go from there.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
And Katia, is Pluto a planet?
What do you reckon? Holy shit.
Yes. Yes.
Shit is getting real at the reckoning. I missed that. What's going on, guys?
Pluto is definitely not a planet.
It's not a planet.
Why? Because of science? Science says NASA.
No, it's not because of science. Like, you have to...
Why do you reckon?
Well, you have to make...
You got it.
Okay, so what is the core really made out of? Is it made out of ice? Is it all made out of ice?
Ice and
or
rock,
is it
like Damo.
You know, ice and rock. I reckon if it's like, you know, mostly made out of rock.
Totally
like,
inhabitable. It
you
could
know.
be a thing.
Yeah.
Most planets
Okay,
aren't
so if
habitable.
Should we all move to Pluto?
Jupiter's
you
fucking
call
gas giant
Pluto a
could like
planet,
shred before you hit
all
the
of a
surface,
sudden you've got to call all these weird things that are floating around.
It's true.
Like,
it's true.
all of a sudden we've got a solar system of 70 planets.
Because it's like a quarter the size of the moon. It's pretty fucking tiny.
It's small.
It's true, it's
and
insignificant,
also,
but...
you've got all these other things floating around out there that are doing irregular orbits. It has to have a regular orbit.
Yeah.
So it doesn't qualify.
No, it doesn't qualify.
Okay.
But guys, maybe
But I loved it as a child.
Maybe we should stop marginalizing Pluto, you know.
Exactly.
It's sexist
Like,
and racist.
Man, it's been trying this whole time. Like, stop being weird about it. It's just like...
Someone was looking for Planet X.
Oh yeah.
Because they wanted to see
Nibiru.
They were looking for Planet X.
I know some people
and they picked Pluto and said, "Oh, there's the guy."
Oh, Pluto.
It's not.
No, it's got a line.
So Pluto's not Planet X. Well, it does seem to create its own orbit. You know, it has its own gravitational mass, but it does its own thing though. It's not really.
It's not affecting any other planet though. It's too small.
Yeah, true. It's not affecting the other planets, but at the same time, old mate told me last week that it has its own gravitational mass and it's causing its own kind of like gravitational orbit. You know.
Well, all things really
But,
are
yeah.
technically, you know, like fucking.
Out there,
Yeah, a
like
massive
a
fucking
billion
asteroid
other-
hovering around Saturn, like, they still, like, do
Yeah.
that. Like, you know, if you're gonna get technical and shit, like.
That's what we like to do at the reckoning. We like to get technical.
It's, yeah. That's what they do. That's what they do.
Thing off there.
Technical Pluto on the streets of Melbourne, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we represent.
Yeah.
So if Pluto was a planet and you happen to bump into a plutonium, how would you represent for humanity? What would you like to express to him? Or her? Or
So we're saying Pluto is a planet, and also that it has intelligent life that we can
Hypothetically speaking, you know, if you happen to bump into a plutonium,
I'd probably start by apologizing, you know, like, hey, I'm so sorry we didn't recognize your
You would
planet.
stop
Like,
apologizing
Would
and
you
then
say
you'd say sorry?
Pluto's a fucking planet, bitch?
Fuck you guys.
what if like Pluto is like deeply offended that you didn't like recognize him as a planet?
Yeah.
Well, then, you know.
And then
that's really their problem, you know. Like we
Yeah, right.
we
Yeah,
deal,
but, like,
we
Pluto,
deal with
like,
what we
rise
have. You know, we deal
up.
with what we have.
Yeah, fucking rise
we
up,
know
it
what
is.
we know.
Yeah.
We got. You know.
what if there was like a whole like
Don't ask me, mate. You know more than I do.
huge rise from Pluto going, no, fuck you guys. You didn't recognize us this whole time. We've got all this like shit going on.
Marching in the streets.
Yeah. You don't know what we got because you didn't even count us as a planet.
Yeah.
And they've got heaps of shit going on.
If we went there and there were like a bunch of Plutonians going like, "Hey, we're a planet,"
Underground
I'd
as
probably be like,
fuck.
I'm so sorry. Like I didn't fucking realize. Like, you know, let's work on it. Let's work on it.
That would
Let's
be,
work
that
on
would
our
be your first thing.
relationship.
Oh, dude, I'm so fucking sorry. We didn't realize. That's the first contact.
Whoops.
Dude, if you had like one song,
My bad.
one song that you could transmit to Pluto, you know, what would that song be? You know, if you had a satellite transmitter, you could broadcast one song to the plutonians. One song.
Fuck, that's a hard
Change is going to come. Sam Cooke, done.
That's right. Change is coming, ladies and
A
gentlemen.
change is going to come. Sam Cooke.
What do you reckon is the kind of changes that we're facing as a society these days? What do you think is the next stage of human evolution?
Acceptance.
Yes.
Like, do you mean like not talking about
Adaptability.
or do you mean that?
Hey, that could be, man. That could be the next stage of the evolution. We could fucking merge with the machines.
I think, like, for real, like the next like actual technological step is like augmented reality and shit. Like,
augmented reality. So we're gonna hook up our brains to the machines. And they're gonna start augmenting our reality.
The environment's just gonna start being more like controlled. You know, like we'll project stuff onto walls. You know, wherever.
Well, that's already
Are you actually talking genuinely? Because we're not a Type 1 species yet. We're not a Type 1 civilization. So Type 1, Type 2, Type 3, Type 4. Type 1 starts when you can create your own energy from your own star.
So like Carl Sagan?
That one. Yeah, so the type of planet or type of civilization that you are. And we're not a Type 1 civilization yet. Which
But I mean, before that, a bunch of stuff might happen. You know, like, and I think one of the first things that are going to happen
is projections onto walls.
Well, not just that, but just
no, that's the first.
But that's the simplest form of augmented reality. You know, there's
how is that going to be like involved with our own personal evolution as humans? This augmented reality.
I'm gonna pop inside and see if my beer is still sitting.
Well, I mean, you won't really. I mean, once augmented reality is really a thing, you know, you'll have augmented tactile reality. You'll have augmented.
Like in our brain somehow, we'll have some kind of chip in our brain.
Augmented all realities. You'll have augmented visual reality, and like all of these things can be projected onto anything at any time, and that's going to be way easier to do than probably harness energy more efficiently out of the sun. It's going to be a lot easier than to create artificial intelligence that's going to take over the planet. So that's probably going to happen first. I think,
what do you reckon we are going to be like? You know, like say like 500 years from now. Like, what do you reckon? Where are we going to be at as humans?
But like mustaches will be double the length.
Yeah.
That's
triple.
Or triple maybe.
Let's go crew.
We're on the next level of mustache consciousness.
Please,
I reckon.
no way humanity will exist.
You don't think humanity will be here in 500 years?
No.
Where do you reckon we'll be?
I think we'll be dead.
Like Brian.
Okay, like if you look at in terms of climate change and
there's a lot of crazy fucking weather going on.
Yeah. Okay, we got like. And okay, projections in like 2050.
It's not too far away.
Not too far away. Well, we've got like this 2 degrees climate. Thing. Oh my god, it's too weird with everyone looking at me.
The climate apex.
Should we say what we're all thinking?
Yeah.
By 2050?
2050, yeah.
We're all thinking it.
Yeah, exactly. 2050, right?
Do you reckon we're
Deadwood season 4.
Exactly. So excited.
Maybe. They'll be in talks.
We'll live in hope.
We're gonna have a steampunk Melbourne. 2050 steampunk representing the streets of Melbourne. So if shit did happen to hit the fan in some major way, like say there was like a huge coronal mass ejection from the sun and like it knocked out all the power grid on the world. You woke up one day, there's no power, chaos in the streets. How would you jiu-jitsu that situation?
I missed the question.
What would you do if you woke up and there was chaos in the streets because the entire power grid of the planet has been knocked out by a coronal mass ejection? How would you react to that?
Oh, I just follow my like Walking Dead scenario kind of intuition.
Yeah.
Like get as much shit as you can.
To Coles,
get on a boat, get to a fucking island, start a new life, get it
Raiding
going.
Coles.
We've thought this out actually.
Trippy Taco is one of them.
Trippy Taco's on the sketch.
You gotta get there fast, man, because that's gonna happen.
Yeah, alright. Like order as many breakfast burritos as possible.
Everyone's like running to get like the high class, the lovely Pinots from New Zealand and shit, and you guys are grabbing the Lindemans from the bottom shelf.
We are.
Smart. No one's fighting for that.
Yeah.
Well, I am saying if you grab the Lindemans from the bottle shop, I'll grab the survival gear. Josh, what are you grabbing?
Lindemans.
Oh God, what am I grabbing?
best wine ever.
Oh.
I know who I'm grabbing. I'm grabbing my cats.
Jonesy and Snapple.
So we got cats,
Sure.
we got red wine, survival
cats.
gear, we got a boat, we're heading out.
We're not leaving Jonesy and Snapple.
No, we're
not
taking
yet.
them on the boat.
Yeah, on the
When
boat.
did this boat? When did this boat happen? When did the boat
come
happen?
into the
I'm sorting the
So
boat
all of
out.
a sudden,
We always have to
the
have a
power
boat
goes
in a
out and
post-apocalyptic
it's a flood, and we
situation.
have to get on
Why
the
can't I
boat.
bought that boat?
Well, if it's an
An
actual
island, you never know what's going to go down.
What are you
I
going to do?
bought a boat. I
I'm getting
called
the
it the
boat.
implication.
You getting Snapple and Jonesy.
What?
Just getting rid of the beans.
The implication. Why the implication?
Because of the implication.
What's the implication, yeah?
Josh, what is the implication?
You know, you're out on a boat at sea.
Yep.
And you're there with a nice looking girl. she knows that there's no one she can tell. Like there's no one she can call for help.
There's no way
like
she can
it's
go,
just
it's all right.
you would never do it. You would never do
Oh, no,
it.
of
But
course
it's
not.
just the implication.
Yeah.
The implication is there. The implication.
knows.
I see.
Yeah,
the implication.
Oh, there's a subtle boat implication on the reckoning.
Not so subtle
So
implication.
what do you guys reckon is the next stage of cat evolution? Because cats are evolving pretty fast these days.
I feel that Jonesy is
Would somebody be able to roll a smoke for me by any chance? Oh, thank you. I don't have...
What's wrong with your hand?
Yeah, what happened?
Multiple fractures, ladies and gentlemen.
Jesus, really?
Yeah, skateboarding. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, that's okay. I'm a soldier.
You want to talk about your skateboarding and how it happened, or?
Well, I was skateboarding down the street and I fell off my skateboard. I wasn't feng shui. It's okay. I have a mic right here. Yeah.
Okay.
But it was a life lesson to be more aware of the surroundings in life and adapt and evolve.
Yeah, if you're not learning, you're not living.
Didn't adapt and evolve at the time.
I wasn't aware. My eyes weren't
not
open
quick
enough. But I think
Poor you.
that's like the highest I do. No, I'm cool. I'm a soldier. But that's
you?
that. Yeah. Well, actually, can't you tell from the tactical pants?
No, I can't. I can't see your pants. I can actually see your torso. That's it.
Okay. Well, my torso is tactical. I have a tactical torso. No utility belt.
So you would come with it.
Maybe I do. Maybe I
Wait,
don't.
we don't even know your name. You've been getting it.
Basil.
What's your name?
Basil.
Is that actually your name?
No, it's pseudonym. Yeah.
So you don't give your name.
Yeah, well, this is my name for the podcast, for the podcast purposes.
How long have you been doing it for?
It's the implication of the podcast. I've been doing it for about 4 months.
Yeah.
When are you gonna finish? You gonna finish soon, or?
I have.
Momentarily.
I have.
I'd like to get on with it, but that's okay.
Oh, would you like to interlude the reckoning?
I'd like to finish this, to be honest.
Yeah, we can interlude the reckoning if you like, man. We're gonna have a quick little interlude of the reckoning. We're gonna
maybe it's
align our chakras and get down.
Maybe it's about time. Yeah.
Where do you live, man?
All the way. On Pluto.
Oh, really? Oh, so this was the test. This was the test. Oh my God, we failed. Yeah, we failed. He's going back. That's
I
it.
am deeply offended.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I didn't recognize your planet.
I'm starting an interplanetary war.
I'm representing the marginalization of Pluto.
It's not a planet.
Josh, you're sorry too.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but it's not a fucking planet.
Alright, well, we're all sorry then.
Stand by what I said.
We're going to enter the reckoning, but before I go, do you have some final thoughts you'd like to spread to the collective unconscious of Melbourne? Hypothetically speaking, old mate Jing Young Hu that lives in Tibet. He lives in a monastery. It's a lot of oppressive environment. He doesn't get to listen to podcasts. He doesn't get to drink and smoke like us. Hypothetically speaking, he gets this podcast. What would you like to say to him, man?
I can't really talk
I mean, tried.
on that person's
Someone tried to
behalf,
assassinate
but
Not on his behalf, but like
if I were to
drop some gems.
send
Old mate Ling Young Hu.
send a gem of any kind, you know.
Heads are shaking, ladies and gentlemen. I guess I'm a bit too out there. Who knows?
Life is
Eyebrows are raising.
Look out for yourself and look out for your mates and
for real.
Try to
When you're on Pluto,
get
you
something
should
going.
that's
That's about it.
Look out for your fellow reckoners. That's a good gem to drop, brother.
Yeah,
all right.
That's it.
We'll see you in the collective unconscious, Melbourne. If I happen to be a penguin in your dream, give us a high five for the reckoning. What up? Nanu, represent. Zoltan, flavor of love. we'll check you in the collective unconscious.
That's a big sign off, right?
We'll check you out in the hypnagogic oralization of jazz born. Ladies and gentlemen, representing on the next level of jazz consciousness. Boy.
Holy shit.
Do you people believe in aliens?
Oh, like what is that even? Sure. Like
People from other planets?
yeah,
aliens
not
from other
necessarily people. Like if you're saying like life on other planets, like chances are probably. But like
Old mates
also I'm
from
not
other
like
planets.
There will be. If we are here, there will be.
Woo! Trumpets of love of the reckoning. What do you reckon, man?
Absolutely.
I have questions. Alright. Fuck yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're live direct in the streets of Melbourne. Here at the reckoning. How have you been?
Is there a hedgehog?
Would you like to stroke the furry mic, sir? It's quite soft.
Please do it. Just do it.
You don't have to if you don't want to. No pressure, bro.
Who else has touched the furry mic?
A lot of people. Would you like to touch the furry mic?
I'm all about it.
It's quite soft.
Yeah.
So do you guys and gals reckon that Pluto is a planet?
According to Rick and Morty, no. So
right, Rick and Morty seem to think that Pluto isn't a planet.
Yes, Rick and Morty is life. So you should listen to Rick and Morty.
Representing streets of Melbourne. Rick and Morty.
Well, it's not a planet scientifically. It's a.
But the science changes quite often on the Pluto argument. Like, it is a planet. It isn't a planet. I can make up your mind, NASA.
As per Rick and Morty.
That's incorrect. Science gets closer to the truth.
You don't think science changes over time?
Yes, it changes. It changes. But it changes towards the truth, not the other way around.
Do you think the truth is objective?
At some stage it is, yeah. Of course it is.
What do you think is
Truth is objective. That's definition.
Yeah, so do you believe in objective truth as well?
Yes, I think that's the definition of truth.
What do you reckon? What's something that is objectively true?
There's no objective truths.
Bit of a contradiction though, isn't it?
But is that something?
I don't know, I'm asking you, brother.
Well, if you asked, is there any objective truths? Then there's one.
Yeah.
There's no objective truths.
It's a bit of a paradox in the streets of Melbourne, isn't it?
Not really. But there is a...
You don't see the paradox there?
Yeah.
Oh, so you do see it, alright. So like, say if Pluto was real, and there was life on Pluto, and you happen to bump into a Plutonian on Smith Street, how would you represent for humanity? What would you like to
Is it plutonium or a plutonian?
Plutoniite. Whatever your forte is, brother.
So a giant piece of ice, is that what you're saying?
No, like an intelligent, sentient being from Pluto.
Okay.
How would you represent for humanity?
But there are none in Pluto. Okay.
Hypothetically speaking.
Yeah, okay. So what's the question? What would I say to them?
Yeah, if you happen to... Yeah, what would you like to...
So loaded, like...
It's a bit loaded.
How can you choose?
You don't have to answer if you like. Would you like another question?
No, I just...
Basically, I would just ask them, what defines happiness in your planet? That's it.
It's a good question.
Yeah, the thing is,
what defines happiness on your planet?
The problem is, like, they're gonna ask what defines happiness in your planet, and like we have.
I'll tell them what I believe in. That's it.
Yeah, but so there's so many differences within our planet. So like you can't really have planetary.
I'll take one
politics.
person's different
you can't
view.
have planetary politics before we,
It's true. This could be a crazy Plutonian or a Plutonian.
There's probably like 10 people there. If there was any fucking like Plutonians there.
Assuming that it's a hypothetical single being.
Correct.
It's a very small planet.
Hypothetically, his views represent...
They quarter-size the moon. Planet in quotation marks.
What's the question?
The question is, hypothetically speaking, if Pluto actually was a planet and there was life on Pluto, and you happen to bump into a Plutonian, how would you represent for humanity? What would you say to him or her or whatever? Yeah, how would you like to represent to humanity, to the alien that is from Pluto?
Okay.
Hypothetically speaking.
I guess there's several things you could probably say that would encompass humanity's, well, I wouldn't know. There's much more than I would expect to see. A few of the things would be the willingness to contradict someone else.
You would like to express your willingness to contradict someone
No, I
else.
think human beings in society want to contradict each other.
The devil's advocate.
I think so, perhaps. Yeah.
Do you like to play the devil's advocate perspective in your conversations personally throughout your social groups?
No.
You don't like to play the devil's advocate?
Well, I like to, but I've been shut down so many times.
Shut down. Bit of persecution to the devil's advocates is going on in society. Would you agree?
I've been persecuted.
Eggshell-oriented Melbourne. So when you face that persecution, you've decided to just rather not be that devil's advocate like anymore, rather just assimilate to the common cool? Would that be a correct assessment?
No, that would be the. No, I don't think that's correct. I guess I shut up when
wisdom listens, right? Isn't that what they say?
Well, when it happens, when it so happens that people are for some reason offended or.
Here's my tram. Do you have some final thoughts to drop to the collective unconscious of Melbourne?
Believe in yourself.
Fuck yeah, Melbourne. Believe in yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Live directed to Reckoning. Final thoughts, ladies and gentlemen.
Have a good tram ride.
Thank you. You too. Well,
Planet. It is a planet.
Pluto's a planet. Pluto of love, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck yeah. And do you think that Pluto is a planet?
It's supposed to be. It's a planet. It's meant to be the smallest planet.
True. But it's a controversial issue, man. Some people diss Pluto. You know, they're just not down with Pluto. They just think he's not even a real planet. Haters, Pluto haters, maybe. Maybe the ideal of Pluto like judges them. Maybe Pluto is feng shuiing too hard. You know, he's like achieved all his goals, and maybe they have it in their life, and like Pluto judges them in a way, so they want to bring him down. What do you reckon?
Maybe.
You like it?
Yeah. You got it?
I'm like a wombat. I'll leave you in the swamp and that. I'll give you a contact. I'll make you contract. Vibe snakes. Your eyes.
Live directed Reckoning, motherfuckers.
Yeah. My song project.
Projecting the soul, forever involved. Motherfucker, I'm like a troll under a bridge, giving no shit.
You need to quit before you get hit. I'm insane in the brain, my brain is amazing, I'm finding my phase. I'm in a psychedelic craze, twisted purple maze, find the blue cheese and stays. Finding out my mind.
I stays on the stage like sage. I'm burning sage. Word to the sage or the Buddha in Tibet. Never forget. Resurrect on the record. Check it. Wrecking on the street. Rapping Tekken method. Step deep in the Red Sea. Love my enemy. Rock my evergreen. The only way you'd censor what I speak on my beak is if I die hard like Breitbart, already looking for the bright heart snuff when I huff and puff.
You need to huff and puff, you got the hot stuff. Got to smoke the snuff, you smoke the stuff. It's my dynasty, tap into my energy, finding my remedy. Those demons, they circle me eternally, raising their frequency, trying to speak to me. Now I open my eyes and see the shadows overcasting me. The devil's pain and blasphemy, such a catastrophe, rolling right past me. I'm a master of blasphemy, catastrophe.
If you ask me, I'm a cat catastrophe. Black cat in a hat with the bat. You ain't ready for that. Ready, Freddy, machete in tracks. I drove a Chevy to the levee and went to see Nessie. Who be that? Scuba bat, true black, blue, boom, bap.
Yo, 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 yo. Real, recognize real. I'm in it with that real shit, not in it for a pill. I ain't in it for a deal for it. I just wanna raise it up like a heel for it. I just wanna take it up into them heavens. Every day I'm stepping on the mic, I kill it. Every day, no question. Yo, I've been trying to raise the energy. I've been trying to find my destiny. What's the recipe? I don't know, all I got right here's this. So just pop it, keep it locked in. I'm flying like a comet, keep it poppin', never stopping. This is how we do it, yo, failure ain't no option.
It's no option. I flow obstacles, and it's nonsense. I mean not sensed by individuals in the vortex. Leave you motherfucking more bent than floor Brett. And you're next, talking about your more than less, more or less. When I get exposed to it, I just retort with the pen.
Yeah, frequency to get you levitating. I've been floating, feeling like I'm in a fucking spaceship. I've been feeling this insane shit up in my mind. I've been trying to blow up on the mic like I'm dynamite. Yo, looking at these people like, what you trying to light?
I'm rhyming rhymes like dynamite. Record to the mic, reppin' tech and mech it psych.
I'm blowing up like dynamite. I'm writing mics like I'll ever light. I take my flight, I'll win the fight. I'm at the dark end of sight. The dark will live devour, my soul will shower. I'll make you cower, I'll make you weaver. I'm not the deceiver, I'm the perceiver. It's how you achieve her. You find your soul's resurrection, your mental correction, your soul's deduction, your mind's corruption. You're not...
Next beat. We ain't doing no Titanic moments here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Live directing the reckoning. Beat number 2 is coming up.
Thanks for that, guys.
Oh, we switched the beat. Hold on.
It's good to elevate on the levels like stuff, because, bro, there's all different levels. There's one when you're rhyming to yourself, to let yourself go and freestyle to yourself. There's
multiple levels.
People around. There's a whole nother level when you got a mic, bro. Yeah. And on stage, then more levels.
I know.
Recording as well.
It feels good, man, to have that.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to imagine. Yeah, pretty much on stage, yeah.
We're on the stage. We don't behave. I'm motherfucking shaved.
I'm supersonic, I got the hot shit. I'm back on it, smoke my tonic. My life is kinetic, I'm athletic, cybernetic, hectic, metric. I got the hot shit, I make your brain tick. Like TikTok, like I make your blood clot. I'm taking off your crop top, take you to the cop shop. Re-adorate it, entertain it, project it, protect it. Open your eyes and infect it. I'm on the mic and I rep it.
True, but you have to zhuzh the mustache a little bit. I see you've got a little bit of a zhuzhy mustache, man.
Yeah. There is that, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay, yeah, there's a couple of things.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Let's be real.
If you want to get into the nitty-gritty of like the bodily kind of things, for sure, yeah, that's a couple of things.
Well,
we represent for the grid here, the reckoning.
I'm finding my will of might, now my beat's out of sight. I find my plight in such a delight. I'm winning the fight, now the ego's in sight. I'm resurrecting, I'm projecting. My soul is creating, mask invading. Time is changing. I'm not a stranger, I'm out of danger. I got this beat and I waver. I'm a dream weaver, deceiver, believer. Listen to my heart and you start to deceive her. Look in her face, see the human race. Let your mind race, flowing out of, shooting out of space. Like a comet in the sky, it makes me wanna die, makes me wanna try. I make the devil cry, I make his brain fry. Cause I'm the star and the remedy, tapping my energy, raising my frequency. The angels, they speak to me, seeking my destiny. Open my heart and see, the essence is testing me. I'm burning, burns at a 3rd degree.
Open up the heart and see my carpentry. It's not hard to see. Motherfuckers think I'm arbitrary, but they can't be what they be, cause my bees need STEEZ so deep. Deep 3D, 3D glasses in the street like they live. They wanna look at the plaintiff like, what did he do? What did he do? Operate the narrative and oscillate on a plate of cabbages. Fucking savage in this inanimate habitat for tat. You could get a shtick for that. And a thinking cat, matte black like the combat wombat.
I'm like a wombat. I'll leave you in the swamp and that. I'll give you a contact. I'll make you contract. I'll make your soul react.
Woo! Trumpets. Trumpets of love of the reckoning. What do you reckon, man?
Absolutely.
Perfect. Rapping, representing on the streets of Melbourne. Freestyle rapping. Rapping to the captain, Cap Kings. There's no captions, motherfucker.
Thanks, bro. Fucking hell. Cheers.
Hey, yo, I'm rapping in the vortex. Motherfuckers want me on the floor next. I see the crucifix you wanna play me in as the plaintiff, alien, laser-limbed.
Reptilian lizard, I got a stormy blizzard. I'm out the mic playing Balthazar. World of Warcraft, I'm a fucking nerd star. I got the turd guard car and we're aiming in a murder. Your brain, you're mentally insane, trapped and contained by the thought patterns that happen, spinning around like black chasms. I got the action, I'm splitting atoms.
Thwart chasms by my thought atoms. Motherfuckers thought they could thwart, but they haven't. So I just enter like the captain, ready with the placenta and the madness.
Finding your center and your dynasty, rhyming in time with me, fine lining fantasy, resurrecting me. Look into my heart and I'm finding eternity. Demons, they circle me, hurtling around, trying to fucking take me down. But I got the beat and the sound. I got the angels in the sky, they make your brain fry. Mesmerizing energies eternally, trapped in my brain and it's hurting me. Stuck in this, blood dripping down the drain. I'm slicing your veins, your mind's about to strain.
I'm feeding the demons a fistful of defeated, meant to lead like I was leaded. They want to see me cemented in the dead, bent, red bent, but they spent every red cent. Motherfucker, I'm learning and I'm earning words of the wordsmith inside my head. When I rhyme 10 rhymes in time to a line that I align and skydive, high five my mic down to the riverbed. Give it back, I never had a culture. It was grabbed by vultures, scanned and cultured in a petri dish. You see, I've seen these riffs. I know you mean me to miss. Hawkeye, talk divide, devise, divide to disguise. We're seen as wise guys. There must be something in the floor, right? And taught lies that caught your thoughts in the design. Miss Citizen 9. King of the little fish that you find dead, blind to the fishermen. I tried the figurative lens once or twice, well, and made my eyes red. And a pavement adjacent to a containment complacent. My days went by fast, bypassed, past the path I was led. Hard to mention the path I'm headed. Against every part pretended, heart defended, harbored evidence, sparred with heretics, every hassle cold up, castle tolls, walls shut.
But something intervened, running in the deep. Now it's rubble, record, tech, and method at the feet. Wombat, creeping in the cement thong strap, wrapped in a grenade pin, waiting up a tree, disguised as a drop bear. Guys be like, it's not fair.
It's not, yeah. This is us, we're just here, right here, about to spit like light years. So fast, so quick, it's dark, but no shit. We don't care if it's cold. We gon' flip them syllables, lyrical, and individual miracles. Took it off Eminem, but it's sweet.
Individual, cryptic, lyrical, miracle, criminal, individual, hypocritical, individual, indivisible by two, to snipe you in the haiku that shines blue.
Life moves through me, life's like a movie. Time moves through me, taking me back to the world when I'm back on track. I'll give you a sack attack, I got toffee in my happy sack.
You know Mary McKillop?
I do know Mary.
It's the only saint of Australia. Represent on the streets of Melbourne.
What's happened to your head?
Seriously?
What?
Multiple fractures.
Am I Catholic?
No,
Have you
seriously,
been
you're
to me
related
at
to
the
Mary
yourself?
McKillop?
No, he's related.
Yeah, it's protection.
Go, keep going.
I'm flowing in style, drive that extra mile, got a smile on my dial like a crocodile. Chill for a while, set back to devour your soul and capture your heart and fracture your brain, mesmerizing mind frame, dime game. It's something so lame. You got the fire and fame. Aim for your desire, don't be a liar. Aim for your empire, trapped in the tire. Set in the wheel, turning and yearning, sent to the field, back. I'll take my track back, my rap is not whack, I'm just fucking action-packed.
Tires bold, tiger paw, rhyme with all, my fire thought out the cranium like fuego. Motherfucker, this lane closed, raining cane toads, fire and brimstone. When they rap, my skill zone, I'm in it like with the proper feng shui, rapping on the Sunday, never mundane. Up at the Stratus, rapping, jacket flapping, rapping out acronyms out my abdomen.
Yeah.
Inaccurate.
Yeah. Getting fire with this jam, getting tasty with it, like it Tim Tam, this is fire with it. I've been trying to get that fire with it, trying to get my lane inspired with it, trying to rhyme higher, quicker than the other rappers every time I'm in it. I've been trying to roll, I've been trying to find my goals, I've been reaching for the goal, never stopping till I reach that top, never stopping till I reach it, and I got it, shit I got it popping, trying to raise it up and try to meditate. I just wanna levitate like with that. I've been trying to kill a mic like every day. I've been jump upon it and I feel it float away if I keep on it. Feeling like I'll probably reach them heaven gates every time I'm on a microphone. You know I said it straight.
Said it straight. When I meditate and elevate, every entry fake. When I hit the firewall, I'm just a laser limb alien firewall. Tires bold, tiger pulled to people that are a bit too sensitive, I guess. What do you guys reckon?
I'm like a tiger, out your brain like a liger. I'll tear your entire heart and desire. I'll get your mind and capture. Take you back in the axe, stab you with a battle axe. Car blinded by cataracts, I got my battle back. You know I'm action-packed. I'll take the timing to rhyme and I'm diming. My mind is colliding, subsiding, dividing.
I try and never spit it awkward, I spit it all good. I'm trying to make it till I got that fortune. I spit it awesome, I'm coming for them. Every time they talk about me in their forums.
In the forums, they wanna look at me like, oh, he's so boring. When I'm thwarting by the Lord King, haunting with the hawk ching, pausing, talking, walking like cash.
Raise it up, I never bring it down, but I hold it there. It's so sweet, I go in never prepared. I'm just trying to raise the expectations. I'm just trying to be the greatest. I just wanna roll. I just wanna roll, yeah, straight out to the goal. This is how we rollin' when we're in the Lentils Park. We've been trying to raise the hot spark, light it up. This is what is what.
Decibel, sentinel at lentil. Motherfuckers wonder what I meant still, but won't find out, cause my rhymes in the cloud. Stratus cumulus when they rap and rapper. You would kick the beat, and I can too, like I'm in Cancun. Motherfuckers Xanadu when they rap for you, and capture blue out the fucking ether when I speak to ya. Ha!
I tell them divine when they asking me where my mind state is. After I hit the mic, I leave that fucking mic flaming. I light it up every time just like a cigarette, even though I don't smoke this shit. Sometimes I'm thinking in my brain, looking for all these rhymes. I'm wondering myself, way too hard this time. I think that I just ease it up. I know I could hit sweet as fuck. I just need to keep on going with these two steezy nuts.
I got the lawnmower right over you like a Corova, a center undertow, yeah. I'm rapping, I'm tapping, my brain is fire and fire like famine. So eating salmon, tuna and salmon and ham. I'm wham bam, thank you ma'am. I got the flow and the swagger, the beat like my jagger. I'm here to reenact ya, correct ya, traject ya, protect ya and change ya, reiterate ya, create ya. Like a creature, I'm the deathly deadly speaker, death seeker. I've got my heart is bleaker, dire, burning like fire. Worlds collide and worlds subside, my brain will tie you back. I'm stacked back in the track.
Where I'm at is the track. Catch it with the rapper, bada bada, swagger like the badger. Rapper bad to rap, I like to rap and I flux. Huff puff lungs one, or maybe two, who knows, genetic engineering. So many decibels that I'm hearing when I'm asleep and I'm putting on that binaural beats. I'm thinking, what's happening? I'm rapping in, and the habitat, there's a lot of whack happening at my habitat. But I chill like Burt Bacharach, word battle axe.
I will attack the happy sack. I attract, and I in fact am correct and intersect and introspect and traject and break and take. I remake and recreate and elevate, integrate, destinate, designate. I find my tracks and fate. I got too much in my mental state, too much in my plate. I need to reiterate, masquerade. My soul will infatuate. I'm in a better mental state, cause I'm flying with God. I'm listening to the Lord. I'm like a cyborg, cutting out your mind cord. I got the line fraud. I got the time hoard.
I am the Time Lord with the mic cord.
Chopped in your face, your mind's a disgrace. I'll murder your face, take you out to the back, you disgrace.
I'll take the pace that you will race with the hate, with the bass, laced with the place that I call maze. And I leave you in the maze, and there's a Leviathan there. When I'm rhyming, I don't care. I'll take you to the dare. We're in the maze, I'm wearing a cape. They're very afraid, I'm running in deep. Their rubble defeat, at the end of my feet, / drum track when I run maps all day. Feng shui like the wombat.
I'm the elephant on Mika. I'm plugging the beat out the speaker. I'm a deathly hollow seeker. I got the beat and it's bleaker. I got the light and the beaker. I'm got my heart and it's bleaker. My heart is beating. My tracks are bleeding. My tracks are seeking. My mind is open. Your soul is frozen. Out the coven. Time is changing, waging. I'm a sage and I'm burning my white sage. Trying to flip the chapter. Trying to reenact ya. Time to capture.
Your sage saying, I'm a Saiyan, super Saiyan what I'm saying. They're saying, but their aims one at kneecap level. Or my steel cap treble. Don't wanna peel back the rebel, rapping disheveled, deassembled the shelf. Fell off the shelf, it was put on. Odd shells under bombshells. I'm not the con idiot, conspicuous, like smog over Roswell. Compelled, not spelled right, well stuck out like some one strange kite.
I ascend into Super Saiyan 3. It's meant to be, I'm mentally. Open your heart and you'll see. I'll set you free like a bird in a cage, out in twisted maze. Time will phase, blue haze and cheese. I got the light and the speaker. I'll get your heart and I'll take ya.
Motherfucking bonkai. When I run right to the sun, I've got what it's called, and it's called 2 lungs, 2 nuts. I did it all for the Szechuan. They're all on a headhunt, but stall when they step up. Having a bowl, grabbing my bowls next to a texter, incorrector, leaving cause wrecked. Oh heck, unsure. I'm just an unsure, 1 lung drum thumb strum sort when I contort.